I'm sorry.
You should be. Steve, I got a question for you, man.
Uh-huh.
Why the hell does nothing ever work?
Um, I wish I had a smarter answer than last time, which was also a pretty crap answer.
Did I ask you that question last time?
I I think you did, or some version of it, and I said something like, you know, because who said life was fair, because we touch ourselves at night,
Mhm.
something.
I
I
think
go a
it's
different route.
what
I
would
go a
that be?
different route sometimes and just say that God has a sense of humor on occasion, just to mess with us.
That's the positive way to look at it.
Mhm. Just like when Otacon's dad's birthday was on August 6th, 1945.
Oh,
Because
oh,
God has a sense of humor. Hello,
yeah.
everybody. I'm going to give you guys a couple minutes just to get in here. Sorry for the slightly late start. I know I had intended to get this thing started right when it started, but for some reason, whenever I try to set up an event for the stream, the OBS doesn't go to the event that I want it to stream through. It just decides to do its whole other thing. So I'm still trying to figure that out, how to stop that from happening. If you guys have any ideas, I would really appreciate if you could share them with me. So that way I'm not having you guys wait for 5 minutes listening to End a Small Sanctuary over and over and over and over and over again. No?
Hmm.
Anyways, I'm going to bring up the game. Hopefully everything sounds okay. I think the audio should sound okay. If it doesn't, please just let us know in the chat. And while I'm doing that, obviously, I have Steve and Patrick back again. Introduce yourself, guys.
Yeah. LogosSteve. It's my YouTube
Hello.
channel. I have extensive videos on Metal Gear Solid. Check it out, especially AI Conversation Metal Gear Solid 2. That's my big boy.
He's the OG of that whole thing. And Patrick?
Yeah, this is Patrick. I'm with Gaming University. I focus mostly on Remedy titles such as Control and Alan Wake. So if that's your thing, swing by, ask any questions. I try to comment anything that you guys put down.
Awesome. All right, so I think hold on, let me minimize OBS because that's taking up a lot of space. Curious Credin with that $1.49 super chat. Thank you so much, dog. I think I know you guys can just see my desktop. Just give me a second. Oh, damn it, I brought OBS up again. I want to see the chat. I want to see what people are saying about us. You feel me? Okay. All right, I think we're ready to go. Okay, can you let me know in the chat if you can hear the audio. Steve, Patrick, can you hear it?
Let me turn the audio on for the chat.
Just in advance, forgive me, guys, if I'm a little bit ass at this game today. My hands are freaking freezing, yo. Because
Recommend thermal gloves. I could send you a pair.
oh, dog, please, I would really appreciate those. I live.
I bought an extra pair. I went crazy with buying cycling gear for winter.
Cycling gear for is like
Hell
outdoors.
yes. Yes, like outdoors road cycling.
Crazy, man. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you bet.
That's why we hang out. Okay, great audio, good. All right. So, last time, what?
We still don't have this stream for.
We need to toss the stream up in Discord again.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't. Oh, my bad.
Not in Discord yet.
No,
Wait a
you're
minute. Why? I thought I saved the game after.
You okay, Snake?
Wait, hold on a second, guys. I think I selected the wrong save. Can I? Yeah. Stop that. Quit to main menu. Yes. Just give me 1 second, guys. Wait. Sorry, technical difficulties, guys. Bear with us. Do you want to save? No, I don't. Thank you. All right, let me bring the stream back up for these guys here. The stream has ended. No, it hasn't.
Discord.
Okay, let me see if I can do the quick switcheroo thing here with Discord so that you guys can see. Solid. Get over there, mouse. Fuck. This is so stupid. Why does it have to be so hard? What she said. Get over. It's not working.
I don't know. She probably already knew the answer to that. She didn't have to ask.
Okay. So here's the weird thing with Discord, okay? When I can't exit out of this screen. Oh. without. I'm trying to get Discord to recognize the application Metal Gear Solid so that I can share it with these guys. But it keeps. I'm trying to drag my mouse over there, but it's not working. Get it? Yes, I got it. Okay. Phew. All right. Let's get started. Sorry about all that. Oh.
And there we
Sorry, I got it. Okay.
Oh, yeah, we good.
Woo! All right.
we're good. Let's do this.
Fuck yeah. Wait. Hello?
Yo.
Underground
Yes.
Passage A? Why is it doing that? Load game.
Aren't you in the right save?
Why does it say Underground Passage A, yet it's spawning me in the cell?
Probably some kind of glitch or conflict if you have save games from potentially the other version, or it's a glitch that they haven't fixed yet. Who knows?
Is it just the one the one scene we have to go back through to get caught up?
Aren't we back where we were? We were just
Yeah, because I thought this is
we
roughly where
hadn't
we
got.
left off.
We'd only just finished the torture sequence.
There.
Yeah, but no, we didn't finish here. We finished just after the torture sequence. But I don't want to go through the torture sequence again. Fuck. I need to go get a spoon again.
I'd say just let me have the controller, but I didn't plan for this.
All right. Hold on. Let me just call Otacon. Get his bitch
I'm a
ass
little
over
far
here.
away.
Oh, no. Thank you.
Otacon.
Get your bitch ass over here. Give me your ketchup and rations. I'm gonna. Oh God.
You okay, Snake?
No.
Shout out to Steph and John, who said Snake infiltrate Walter Reed Hospital and rescue the president. That was a good one.
Or don't. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go get a spoon. Just entertain the chat.
Unless Snake wants to get on the magic school bus and become the size of a mitochondria, I don't think he's gonna be able to save the effing president now. It's up to his immune system.
Wait a minute. I just noticed, like right when I got up and muted my mic, that he ran away. So Otacon should be coming in any second, right? There he is.
There he is.
There we go.
My boy. He's always got my back. He's always there at the drop of a hat.
I'm here.
Mm.
Where?
That is not inaccurate in the slightest.
It's me.
So you remember all this, right, Patrick? We don't have to watch it again.
Yep.
See you later.
Yep, he just gives us some catch-up. We play dead, and things go from there.
Yep.
Nice.
So while you're going through this part, I just wanted to bring up a little follow-up to your synchronicity video
Sure.
that you put up a couple days ago.
Yep.
So, I don't think I've mentioned this, but I actually share my work as well as some other YouTubers' work with my father. And he was watching your synchronicity video yesterday.
Oh shit!
And
I think I fucked it up.
You messed up the ketchup.
No, hold on.
No, you're good.
No,
You're
I
good.
fucked it up. Hold
Doesn't
on.
look like it.
No, I see.
You have to redo it again.
I pressed the wrong button. My bad.
What? You look like you had. He was coming in. You
No,
were good.
no. He said, "What are you playing around with that ketchup for?" So I
Oh,
fucked
okay, never mind.
Oh,
Yeah,
he can't
that's
see you
right.
doing it.
it up. Stream's just
Gotcha.
going so fucking well, isn't it? All right.
Oh, dude, we're only 12 minutes in. We'll forget about this in like 20 minutes.
It'll work.
It's fine.
But anyway, so after the
and someone in
conclusion,
the chat correctly said we'd be fine anyway.
yeah, we'll be good. But after he finished watching your synchronicity video,
You okay?
he went outside to take the cat out, and guess what just happened to fly and land right on the wall next to him?
A moth.
Yep,
Nice.
right after finishing watching it.
Is he struggling with existential issues as well?
Daily,
Oh,
since he was like 4.
Oof.
great. Calypso simping after Solid Snake's 1998 abs. I mean, okay,
Gotta
if
love
that's
those
your thing.
pixelated abs.
Just as much as we love Sniper Wolf's triangular rack. I know LogosSteve does.
I don't know, man. I'm not for pointy things. Pointy things don't feel so good when touched.
Otacon.
That's what she said?
Jeez, he's coming back.
Oh, well, maybe she said that. Who knows?
Wait.
Otacon's body clips through the wall. Alright.
It's
Alright,
this
now we
man.
got this. Thanks so much.
And this,
Yep.
sorry, this right here is see it the ketchup coming out of his arm area. This is why you wear deodorant all the time. You get bloody like that.
I'm turning into the Kool-Aid man.
Jimmy can't bust through the door. Oh yeah. I want them to turn Mr. X and Resident Evil 2 remake to the Kool-Aid Man. If someone's already done it, I'm sure, but that would be the best meme.
There, and I just prevented the worst part of Metal Gear Solid 4 from happening. You're
Oh.
welcome, everybody.
Oh,
For the
Where?
record, what?
I don't,
I've
I don't know
no
where
clue what that
to
means, but
start.
I'll find out.
don't worry. Yeah, you'll find out many games later at this point.
Don't worry, you still have 2 more immaculate games to get through. I got
This is
this
good.
from GOG, Rusty. Alright, so how do we get around this? Up to you. Alright, we are outro, and we just gotta make our way all the way back to where Meryl got dogged up by Sniper Wolf. Get it? Dogged up? Alright. So, back up to the first floor.
I've never heard that phrase before. That's a new one.
Dogged up? You never heard that?
Yep, never heard
Nope,
it,
not here either.
but that's a good one. So someone in the chat said they want to play the parody game of Metal Gear when it comes out. I've never
What's that?
heard of this. There's going to be a parody game. Damn,
Like-
I need to make a parody game.
A parody game? Oh, are you talking about Unmetal? I think somebody shared that with me the other day. It's supposed to be like a jokey version of Metal Gear Solid. I think that's what you're talking about. Correct us if I'm wrong, Enria.
Is it like a modded version or something?
No, it's its own thing. It's sort of like a tongue-in-cheek sort of thing.
What was it called again?
Unmetal?
Unmetal? Okay, cool. I'm going to Google that.
Oh, yeah, you're the one that showed it to me, Enrio. Yeah. Go check that thing out. That was great. It was like Kojima wanted to just wreck his fans. In Metal Gear Solid 4? Yeah, kinda. I mean, even though Metal Gear Solid 4 is, in my opinion, the weakest of the main titles, I still love it. Because there's a lot of great stuff about it. It's just the shit with fucking Act 3, Meryl and Johnny, and how they completely ignored all the coolest shit from Metal Gear Solid 2 that really pissed me off. But aside from that, I think it's great.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think it's going to be a whole big hubbub when I eventually talk about Metal Gear Solid 4 to discuss the fact that he basically throws the, canon of everyone under the bus to retell the same stories. In effect, to basically have a game that says, okay, clearly you weren't listening to me, let me say it again. I mean, that's basically what Metal Gear Solid 4 is all about. It's just like, for those kids in the back who weren't paying attention the first time, I'll try telling you again, maybe you'll listen.
Oh crap. We're fucked.
Wow, this is a smart
Yeah.
guard right here.
You motherfucker. I was barely in your way. Shut the fuck up.
It's okay.
I'm gone. My ass is booking. Booking. Would you stop being
It's a
so
good thing
fucking
you can't
curious?
run and gun.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, if he did run and gun, he'd probably cause
I did take a look at
nuclear incident.
Unmetal. So that Unmetal actually looks pretty cool. I would love to check that out when that happens. That'll be interesting.
So much easier on the PlayStation 1. Tell me about it.
Is it
Don't
now?
you look at me.
Oh.
It's okay,
There
we're
you
good, we're good. I had my gas mask. Get in that elevator.
Nice.
Sorry about that,
Alright.
chat.
Someone else brought up the parallels with MGS4 and Logan, and there's a YouTube video explicitly about that. I've already seen it, and I can't remember who made it, but there's a great YouTube video that basically compares it's this kind of like, I suppose, I don't know if I wouldn't say like archetypal narrative because I've never seen it more than like 2 or 3 times, but the idea of the main character represents the past in a story because they're no longer as relevant to society as they used to be, and so what you do is you initially start the story seeming like that's the truth, but then of course gradually they still
Have
manage to be
relevance.
important enough that they come through in the end and do something important, which you could argue it describes the general sequence of events in both Logan and Metal Gear Solid 4. So,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a common archetype in storytelling. Like, all good stories at the end of the day, all the characters are archetypes in one form or another.
There's actually one thing I would explicitly, if there was one thing I would criticize Kojima for, it's something that's technically in Metal Gear Solid 2, but it's not actually really a problem because of how well he does it. But in Metal Gear Solid 4, it becomes glaringly obvious that Kojima really has this very stock, expected view about man and technology, and that he has this kind of anti-technology bent throughout everything he does to some degree. Because, arguably Metal Gear Solid 2, the AIs are associated with technology,
Yeah.
and,
You could say that.
yeah. On the other
They
hand,
are
of course,
AIs.
by the end of the game, it's not really an anti-technology narrative at all. It's just about what you do with it.
Mhm.
That was clearly the end message. But Metal Gear Solid 4, they get a little more explicit. I suppose it's to be kind of spoilery, maybe. I'll just say it vaguely. Like, there's clearly this effort to make Snake the real warrior through a few elements in the story, unaided by technology. But then you've got all these soldiers that use technology to enhance themselves and deal with the battles
Like Ryan.
in interesting ways with the nanomachines. And one thing in particular is one of the main characters says, like, it literally allows me and my teammates to basically act as one.
Yeah.
And they have like each other's field of vision. That's really interesting
Kind of a hive
stuff.
mind sense, yeah.
But
Almost in a sense.
but the story tries its best to throw what I would call like the most stock standard wrench in that, which is, well, what if all of a sudden it didn't work? What are you gonna do then? Which I think is
Exactly.
kind of.
Yeah, because that comes down to a concept
What
of
the
the
hell
internal.
Oh, I forgot about the fucking,
There's a mine there?
No, I forgot about the time bomb. I'm an idiot.
Oh, right.
I was gonna say, what do those puppies do? What the hell?
They're kamikaze puppies.
Yeah, they're packing those puppies.
Alright, so I forgot about this thing. I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
I
Someone
always
set
remember
a
about that.
bomb.
But yeah, so that goes back to the concept of the internal versus external Merkaba.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, cutscene first.
Ocelot, you'll pay for that.
Just wanted to show you that. Go ahead.
All right, so the internal versus external Merkaba is what sounds like you guys are talking about there. And it comes down to the philosophy of whether we improve humankind ourselves, internal strength, versus external, which is the Iron Man aspect, where we just increase technology at that point. So it's internal versus external Merkaba on human development.
That's interesting that you bring that up because, interestingly enough, I think that's going to sort of be the focus of my Bloodborne video. Have either of you played that?
I have played Bloodborne. That's the only one in the Soulsborne series I've played.
Okay, I'll address what I'm talking about in a second, but first, cutscene.
Your feed's being a little weird in Discord.
I can still help. I want to help you.
Quiet down. Save your strength.
I was a fool. I wanted to be a soldier. But war is ugly. There's nothing glamorous about it. Snake, please save yourself. Go on living and don't give up on people. Don't forget me.
Well, you would think that, Calypso.
Snake, about Meryl. Colonel, I'm sorry. Listen to me. I wasn't able to protect her. Snake, she's a soldier. She knows that prisoners are a part of war. She joined up of her own free will. I'm sure she was prepared for this. No. You're wrong. Meryl thought she had to become a soldier. Thought it was the only way. She said she thought it would bring her closer to her dead father. She said that? She wasn't ready for real combat. I shouldn't have pushed her so hard. It's all my fault.
It's not like you, Snake. Master, what is it? Sorry for eavesdropping, but I just couldn't listen anymore.
Master.
Snake, you can have regrets if you want to. It's only natural. But you can't keep attacking yourself for things that happened in the past. That road leads to madness. Believe me.
He's right. Don't kick yourself. It doesn't suit a legend like you. I'm sure Meryl's just fine.
Mei Ling.
Snake, forget about Meryl. Stop Liquid. That's what Meryl would want too.
You're right. Meryl would say the same thing.
Snake,
What?
Meryl. She's pretty special to you, huh?
Yes, she's special. There aren't many women like her around.
That's not what I meant.
She's the Colonel's niece and a combat buddy.
Is that all? Come on.
This is like a police interrogation.
No, I just...
I guess it's in the genes.
The genes? What are you talking about, Colonel?
No, I just remembered about Naomi's grandfather. I think Naomi said he rose as high as assistant secretary in the FBI during Edgar Hoover's time.
Is that right?
Yes. Yes, he was Japanese, and he became a special undercover investigator to nab the mafia.
When was that?
Oh, sometime in the 50s, I guess.
Where?
New York, I think.
Naomi, I thought you didn't have any family.
Well, I researched it after I became an adopt. My grandfather was already dead by the time I learned about him. I never even had the chance to meet him.
Oh,
Snake, good luck.
watch your back, Snake.
Onyx says MGS2 was all about Raiden's identity, and he says that's an uncommon opinion. I don't think so. I think that's the
It's a
core.
very common opinion at this point, at least among those who study and talk about it. But yeah, so that audio is this glitched. There wasn't supposed to be that audio in that codec call. I think, pretty confident, because I remember looking at the footage for this at some point not too long ago. So
Sorry,
so was that
something
not supposed to
glitched?
take place here or somewhere else?
no, it's just a glitch in the game. It must be a glitch
Gotcha.
in the PC port, at least this version. I'm not sure if
Copy
it's in
that.
the original.
Wait, sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. What was it?
Oh, it's just something super minor. Just the fact that the wind howling sound that you're hearing right now is not supposed to be going on during that codec call. That's
Oh,
all.
it's supposed to be the music itself. Gotcha.
It was supposed to just be the music and silence otherwise. Super minor
Got that.
thing. I think someone might have mentioned it in the chat too.
All right, so low key for the next. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but for the next 2 minutes, I'm gonna need to focus.
Okay, I'll bring up my thoughts afterwards.
Y'all ready?
Let's do this.
All right, hold on. Wait, no, I shouldn't have clipped that first. Let me just. Fuck your life. All right. So, time to do it like what's her name in Flashdance? He's a maniac, maniac on the floor. Is that Flashdance?
I have no idea.
Okay. So as soon as I see the first guy, that's when I'm gonna start throwing the stun grenades. So this is 1998 game design where they weren't really thinking everything through at the time when it came. Oh, no! What are you doing? All right. Bring out the rations,
Ow.
and then now just throw one of these every couple stairs. Oop, nope. Keep going, Steak. No! Don't do it. Ow. Bullets, my only weakness.
Only.
Well,
Bullets.
for right now, it's the only thing that matters. Jeez.
Yeah. No. Jesus. This left stick is so
You'll
finicky,
be
man.
fine.
It's a rave.
I know. It's blinded by the light.
damage on. I'm just imagining Snake going with this, tossing the flashbangs while waving around glow sticks.
What is love? Go, go, go. Go, go, Buffalo. I don't know what it is, but this part of the game always manages to give me bubble guts. Oh, no. Sniper rifle. What the hell are you doing, Snake? Shit. Alright. Now I just gotta rely on this thing and hopefully it doesn't mess me up. Oh, you fucker. Get out of my way. Oh, don't do that. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're so good right now. We're so gravy, baby. Don't you shoot me. No, you fucker. Ladders, my only weakness.
It's not like they can't look up and shoot that way either.
Like I said, 1998 game design. Alright.
Alright, so we good? Alright. Never mind.
Wait. Sorry.
Yeah. Let's not forget, this game is all about them cutscenes. But don't worry, there's this one part of the game later on where there's like a good stretch of 15 to 20 minute gameplay where you can tell us all your theories, Patrick. Max singing makes me think I'm watching Snake's mind, as in Freeman's mind. Yeah. Laser caution! Laser caution! God damn it, now are we gonna get HBO?
HBO?
You know, satellite dish, HBO.
Oh, okay. Wow, I didn't even make that connection. I associate HBO entirely with streaming now. I don't even think about satellite. I haven't even thought about satellite dishes in 10 years.
I don't live in the now.
Oh. That's alright, you don't have, how do you get your internet?
From an oil-powered stove.
Oh, well, that must be a pretty well-connected oil-powered stove.
Hey man, that's what we gotta do here in Canada.
Live in get the gasoline for the generator all the time when you want to power it up too.
That's a great thing about living in Canada. We have all the natural resources.
If I had a rope.
You also have that free healthcare. I should get some of that natural resource.
Loving it. Loving it like McDonald's.
Yeah. I mean, Christ, I negotiated with my current employer to get healthcare before I accepted the job.
Alright, so, this is where Metal Gear Solid turns into a Michael Bay movie. Briefly. Okay, I forgot the controls for this.
You gotta work your way down.
You can just make them up as you go. You'll figure it out real fast.
I believe in
This
you.
does not seem safe.
Oh, you think?
He's got a rope. He'll be fine.
Totally.
He's got protagonist hacks. It's okay.
Oh, okay.
Press down on the directional button to drop down. If you
Colonel,
jump
what's a
by
directional
pressing
button?
Right or left on the directional button, you can make a big jump in that direction.
God damn it, Colonel, get a grip.
Press and hold the circle button while using the directional button. You can walk slowly across the wall.
It says the circle
If
button.
you're careful with the timing, you should be able to dodge the gunfire from behind while you rappel down. If anyone can do it, you can, Snake.
You're right. Alright.
Minor bit of trivia I should mention about that Kodak conversation reminds me of a very similar one about the swimming controls in Metal Gear Solid 2. They brought Paul Eating back in to re-record that section.
Oh, yeah.
In the HD collection, in particular. I don't remember if it was in Substance as well on the PS2.
It's so noticeable.
It's so noticeable, barring.
The voice
They
is
would have
that
been better
radically
off.
different.
Yeah, his sound's radically different in the re-record, to the point that I think if I was personally in the audio booth or the engineering booth at the time, when they were mixing it, I would have said, "This is literally worse than if we didn't change the audio by a factor of 5." Like it was a silly idea.
It's pretty bad. But then again, let's not forget we're talking about Konami here. All right. So there's a few guys at the end of this little walkway here, and you don't know that the first time you play the game. Fuck you, fuck you, Fuck you.
They just stand there and let it happen. Okay.
Well, for only a little while.
They're gluttons for punishment.
They weren't programmed to deal with snipers, I guess, very easily.
Yeah, like I guess they
Except
expected.
they magically have extreme accuracy at long distances.
I
though.
know, right? Like, what the fuck? All right, Nikita time.
Oh
That'll
yes,
work.
that's what I did here too. Oh my god.
Cheese it up. The reason why I wanted to save the Nikita initially is because I'm trying to save him for later. You know what I mean, Steve?
Yeah, I know what you mean. There's
Alright.
that one fight where they're really useful later on. They're pretty much the hands down best way to do it.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and do it legit. The thing that we're referencing the first time, but then
Sure.
after, I'm going to try. Hence the word try. But then, if
Oh, good luck, man. I can't even remember how I fought him the last time I fought him. It's been a long time since I last got footage and played through Metal Gear Solid 1.
all right,
So is that scary that you need these guided RPG launchers for that?
it's not scary, kinda. All right.
It's
Kinda.
useful. The word is useful.
Ow! What the fuck? I was running away.
He
Bastard.
doesn't care.
I know, but usually I'm able to dodge his fire. All right. Finger
That
missile.
single launcher.
Hey, thanks so much to the 130 people that are watching right now on YouTube, and I'm sure there's a bunch of you watching on Twitch as well. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that like button. You know, why I ask you to do that is because it tells the YouTube algorithm that the content here is worth watching, so if you like it, it means more of the videos on my channel get watched. So hit it, don't even think about it. Just do it like Shia LaBeouf or Nike. Just do it. Alright. So, I think it's safe to say that Snake is getting in his steps today.
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely. He needs to go back up a couple times before heading down, though.
I think we have
For
a
everyone's there.
full 2 or 3 minutes before the next cutscene.
All right. So what I was bringing up, because they mentioned in the first codec. Never mind, you lied.
No, it's
No,
all-
no, that one's not a cutscene. It doesn't count.
Doesn't
It's
count.
one word.
All right. So he mentioned again the whole behavior thing being connected to genes
Mhm.
when they're talking about Meryl and Snake's personality here. So there's only one odd way I could argue that behavior and genes could somehow be linked. Anyone familiar with polypeptide sequences and the chemicals that get released when emotions are felt?
Yeah.
All right. So the idea is, for anyone who doesn't, your brain produces all sorts of chemicals, enzymes such as adrenaline and other things like that whenever you feel any kind of emotion. And by extension, you can actually get addicted to certain chemicals. So you can get addicted to the feeling of being angry, addicted to the chemical that makes you depressed, addicted to anything of that nature. If we're talking about adrenaline, you could literally become addicted to the adrenaline that your body produces. And when you're addicted to a substance, you want to get more of it, right?
Yeah.
So you'll unconsciously start looking for excuses to get that chemical fix. So let's just say someone who has a genetic predisposition to be addicted to adrenaline, they might go into the military to get that fix, or they might go into a different route like skydiving, some function. So I could kind of understand where they say your behavior is based upon genetics, but it's not based upon it. It gives you more of a predisposition towards a certain behavior.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, it's like the instincts that you're born with when you're a baby. You automatically know how to breastfeed, for example, and how to develop linguistic abilities and stuff like that. Well, maybe not that, but you know what I mean. All right.
Now we've reached the cutscene.
Don't shoot! It's
Shoot!
me, don't shoot! It's me, Snake!
Otacon, how'd you get here?
Well, it wasn't as dramatic as your entrance, believe me. I'm afraid of heights.
You were watching?
Yeah, I was watching. I was riding in the back of their truck. Thanks to the stealth camouflage.
How did you get up here?
The elevator, of course.
The first floor of the circular staircase was destroyed.
That's why I took the elevator.
The elevator was working?
Yeah, that's right. You're incredible. Like a movie hero or something.
No, you're wrong. In the movies, the hero always saves the girl.
You mean Meryl? Sorry. Forget I said anything. Snake, there's something I've really got to ask you. It's why I followed you up this far. Have you ever loved someone?
That's what you came to ask?
No, I mean, I was wondering if even soldiers fall in love.
What are you trying to say?
I want to ask you, do you think love can bloom even on a battlefield?
Yeah.
Cue credits.
I think at any time, any place, people can fall in love with each other. But if you love someone, you have to be able to protect them.
I think so too.
I have a favor to ask.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry, it'll be easy.
I told you before I don't want to hurt anyone.
I don't want you to either.
Okay?
The elevator is stopped down there. I want you to get it to move. You see?
That's weird.
It was working before, but now it isn't.
Maybe the panel's broken.
Can you fix it?
It was working before. If it's the mechanism, leave it to me.
I've got to go and swat a noisy fly.
Okay. I'll stay here and hold the fort. Good luck.
You really look like hell. Are you okay?
Don't worry. If I do this, it doesn't matter. I just pretend like I'm not here. And then I'm not scared.
Just pretend like you're Casper the Ghost.
I'm counting on you.
Disassociation, disconnection. Okay.
Hey, Patrick, don't look at the chat, but I just want to say Rusty has the best comment of the day, but I don't want you to read it because it's a spoiler.
Copy that.
All right, so for the next minute, we have about a couple minutes of climbing. Did you have anything you want to bring up, Patrick, while we're doing that?
Well, I thought, what's the character's name? Otacon?
Yeah.
I was swearing he was about to confess his love for Snake right there. I'm sorry. It had the mood music. It was a perfect setting. If he leaned in, it would not have surprised me.
Oh, maybe I'll have to do that in my game.
Well, just
No.
wait. Well, Patrick, just wait until you get to Metal Gear Solid 2. No, I'm kidding. There isn't a romance there, I promise.
No bromance going on. No, but this is something I've been thinking about since the last stream, and they're talking about Big Boss, Liquid Snake, and Solid Snake and that relationship going on.
Mm.
And don't tell me if I'm right, don't tell me if I'm wrong. My first initial thought, due to the genetic manipulation we have here, is that Liquid and Solid may be clones of each other. Don't give
Possibly.
me any confirmation. But I also got the impression that Big Boss was the parent DNA for both of them. So in the certain sense, when Big Boss is saying, I'm your father, he's not literally correct, but it's the genetic basis for what they were cloned from. That was just my thoughts when we went through the last stream, but again, I don't want to know any details if I'm right or wrong.
Well, all I'll just say is just pay very close attention to the next cutscene, which is going to happen in 3, 2, 1.
So, the snake's finally come out of his home. Are you ready now, my brother?
Why are you calling me brother? Who the hell are you?
I'm you. I'm your shadow.
What?
Ask the father that you killed. I'll send you to hell to meet him.
Yeah.
Did I literally...
Yeah. Speaking of synchronicity, all right, now it's time for the easiest boss fight in the whole game, in my opinion. All right, where you at, Liquid? Let me put my foot in your ass real quick. Oh, if the left stick will cooperate with me.
I swear that wasn't planned, chat. It just had a perfect timing for it.
Yes, you did.
Alright. Fuck your hind bee. You get for flying Russian aircraft. Not buying American. Come here.
Well, to be fair, it probably would have been really suspicious if he, a member of Foxhound, asked to get a helicopter that had nothing to do with official orders. You know.
He's a member of Foxhound. He can do whatever the hell he wants. He's an elite special ops unit.
But they have this thing called the whole logistics department that says, like, What's this for? I'm gonna need form subsection 3-27F for this helicopter.
Just tell them you're going to New York for a pizza. They'll give you the helicopter. It's
I need it for
Yeah,
a birthday
that's a good
party.
one.
I'm trying to.
No, not even joking. A friend of mine has a pilot's license, and he literally will go flying out to like Catalina Island or go up to some place in Central California just to get lunch and come back.
Fucking hell.
It's just random as shit.
How long does it take him to go from where to California though?
Depending on the distance, maybe like a half an hour or so. Not too bad.
Not too bad. That's pretty good.
I go
Where does
from
he
Southern
start
California
from?
to Central, yeah. We're down in Southern California.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
Not too bad.
I was definitely blown away by how quick my flight was when I went to California at one point. First time I was in a plane, and I was like, wow, that was fast.
Liquid is.
You should do this fight with a pistol or just bare knuckle it. You can do it.
Actually, I did a video, like a YouTube poop video. Do you know what those are, Patrick?
Oh, say that again?
YouTube poop.
No.
Oh, it's like you take a pre-existing video and then edit it up to be real childish. It's a whole trend on YouTube. I did a video like that for Metal Gear Solid, and there's a line that you might have missed before where Liquid's like, "What are you going to do? Take on a hind with your bare hands?" And then what I do is I literally just do one of these, punch, punch, kick, and then I just cut to the hind falling down. It's funnier if you actually watch the video.
Just link it to me later.
I will. If you guys want a good laugh, go check that out. And then he does this possum shit. Oh, I'm out of ammo. Fuck.
I believe there's at least one pickup outside.
Yeah.
Also, you don't. The notification when I mute my mic isn't on the stream when I do it, is it?
No, we don't see it.
Oh,
We're good.
thank
I
God.
think you're the
Oh.
one who hears that little ding too.
Thanks, sweet merciful God. All right.
Alright, come on. Come on. Come on, Liquid. Show your pretty little blonde head. How much money do you spend on that perm? Be honest, you take it from the taxpayer. Shit.
That's a pull.
Please tell me that more ammo spawns. Be really whack if it doesn't.
I think you can actually go inside the door. And there's
No.
ammo? I can't remember.
I don't think you can.
It's been too long. I'm very confident they spawn more ammo for you when you run out, though. Otherwise, this literally would be an unwinnable fight.
They'd have to do something, I'd imagine.
Talking in the background there.
Oh, sorry. That's on my mic. Nobody important.
Nice shot, Snake. Okay, hopefully it'll spawn after I shoot the final rocket, otherwise we're kind of fucked, boys. Come on. Come on, poke your pretty little head out. Come on, Men's Health, let's go.
Nice.
That high needs way too many rockets to go down.
No.
And this isn't even.
There we go.
I called it. As soon as you're out, they spawned you more because they're nice like that.
At least Konami got one thing right.
Ugh, I don't know. I don't think Konami did anything really bad until the last 5-6 years. Personally, well, okay,
HD
so
collection.
they
Sound.
did. Yes, I forget what year that was. That was probably earlier than 5 years
That
ago.
was very
7 years
disappointing.
ago. That's what I hear. I think I actually bought it and then I returned it once I realized that it's not worth playing at some point 7 years ago.
I think I played like the first 10 minutes and then just went back to my original disc.
Hmm. What the fuck is this?
Good thing about emulators is they're totally legal. You own the disc. Play it on your computer, no problem.
It's
Although,
legalish.
well, so Legal Eagle finally did a section in someone else's video about it. emulators, there's been enough court cases to establish that clean room reverse engineered emulators, so open source and they don't use any official code, completely legal. There's explicitly a section of the copyright law where they talk about clean room reverse engineering, so that's completely legal. That's why Nintendo can't go after the emulator makers. They can only go after the ROM sites, because basically all copies of ROMs are basically illegal. Most likely, he stressed, of course, there still has not actually been a court case over ROMs. It's never happened.
Everybody would like to use them and not have them outlet.
Yeah, but basically, if you own a disc, it is basically 100% legal to put that disc in your drive and run the ROM off of the disc in an emulator. So just directly play the disc. That's legal. Pretty much 100%. There's basically no situation where, as long as you're using a open source emulator, you're basically 100% fine. So keep all those physical discs on hand.
I do not throw away anything. Yep.
Yeah, and then there's really nothing to worry about on that front. It's only when you make a digital copy on your computer that
Snake, the elevator's working.
it's a little
the
iffy.
gray area there.
No, that's the weird thing. It just moved by itself. It's headed your way now.
What is? Sorry, I missed that.
The elevator.
That explosion before, what was it?
Oh, I had to take out that helicopter.
Had to blow up this toilet.
That's incredible, Snake.
Listen, I just
That's
want
terrible.
to make sure again. This is the way to get to where Metal Gear is being stored?
Yeah. The entrance to the underground maintenance base is towards the back of the snowfield ahead.
Okay, find a safe place to hide out for a while. I'm going underground.
I know, you don't have to tell me.
And stay out of my way. Don't try to be a hero or anything.
Okay. Call me if you need to.
Okay, two things real quick. Rob M. Santos, good to see you joining the chat. Guys, you should go follow him on Twitter. He's into like doing a lot of the same stuff that I'm doing, which is trying to promote the academic value of video games. And also, what was the other one? Oh, Dad and Lad TV says, how do you do the Psycho Mantis trick on a PC? Well, maybe you should go watch the first stream we did. Yeah, keyboard.
I'll spoil it. You use the keyboard instead of using controller too. He can't read your keyboard.
I really could have used that view, Steve. Come on, man.
Ah, sorry.
It's all good.
I'm terrible.
all
But
good,
also
man.
someone else commented about Lords of Shadow. So I was about to say, before you mentioned Silent Hill, that actually the one other big thing I would really give shit to Konami for before 2015 and the whole Kojima fiasco was the fact that, and this is also somewhat on Kojima because he was a producer, I really did not like the direction that they went with the Castlevania Lords of Shadow series. The second game is basically universally hated, and I think justifiably so. It made some incredibly questionable game design and story choices. But the first game, the first Lords of Shadow game, I think overall is a fairly good game. I think it could have got, if it was just a little different, they could have made it significantly better. I don't think the story was well paced or handled as well as it could have been. But for the most part, they did a good job with that. It's just a shame that they ran that into the ground immediately.
Loki, never played a Castlevania game in my life.
Oh, okay. Well,
I've only played two of them, I think. I had one on the PS2, I think. And then I played Symphony of the Night, and that's it.
basically, the only ones that people really talk about are like Symphony of the Night, the original on the NES, the one that was on the SNES, and then there was one that was on the PSP that was recently put on like the PSN and the PC maybe, that was pretty well liked.
Okay.
And then the ones on the GBA, but most of them that were after the ones on the NES and the SNES are basically descendants of Symphony of the Night.
There's something I
Sorry,
forgot
important.
to tell you before.
What?
There
I'm
were
pregnant.
5 stealth
Yeah.
camouflage prototypes in my lab.
Yeah, so?
If you take out the one I'm wearing, that leaves 4.
Hey, this isn't first grade math class.
I thought I'd get one for you. So I went back to the lab and
Yeah?
the 4 suits were missing. Also,
Sucks.
about the elevator that I checked
That
out,
audio, man.
it's really strange. It was like someone was intentionally holding it.
When you were riding on it, did the weight limit warning go off?
That's another thing that bothered me about it. The warning went off, and I know I couldn't be over the limit.
How much do you weigh?
About 135, but that elevator had a weight limit of 650 pounds.
It would take at least 5 people to go
Captain
over that
America
limit.
moment.
Look out, Snake! The guys who stole my stealth prototypes are in there with you!
You look at Snake on the right, he's just totally
Too
cool
late,
with
Snake.
it.
Now die.
Yeah? What about that? Oh, yeah, that's not gonna work. It's, using the right stick here kind of sucks. Don't you do it. These guys are so much easier to see now. The one perk at this moment, playing on PC.
Brought up this other thing that I totally forget about all the time. Another thing you can do in the Psycho Manus fight is shoot the statue in the northeast corner.
I was hoping we wouldn't, like, it wouldn't have gotten to that point. I don't think I've actually ever done that.
I did it on Twin Snakes, actually, and I had Colonel call me and tell me to switch to the second controller. So.
Yep, Snake just took bullets like 50 cents and it wasn't nothing. Alright. So, yeah, we got another minute before another cutscene.
Oh, a full minute?
A full
You sure?
minute.
I think we have less than a full minute.
No,
but we
no,
can
like-
make it a full minute. But anyway, someone mentioned in emulator you need a BIOS to run. It's illegal as soon as you use an illegitimate BIOS. The good thing about that is that most emulators actually use cleanroom reverse engineered high-level emulated BIOSes. So it is true that there are some emulators you have to have a BIOS, and it becomes illegal as soon as you do that if you don't dump it from your legitimate console, which is another way that emulator developers really want to not be on anyone's bad side. They'll have that feature built in. I know that Yuzu, the Switch emulator, does this as well.
Sorry, I was just saying get over there. Alright. Here we go. I just got shot. He's like,
He'll walk it off.
Well,
Yeah.
okay.
walk it off, Snake.
Snake, are you okay?
Nah, I just
Got
got shot.
shot.
It's all good.
Any other stealth prototypes?
No, there were only 5.
So, this isn't stealth camouflage then.
What are you talking about?
Someone's aiming at me in the middle of this blizzard.
It's her!
Wolf? Sniper
Double
Wolf?
gloves.
Yes,
Aw.
it's her. It's
Janet
definitely
Jackson.
her.
Con, you sound like you're happy.
No, I'm not.
So then what is it?
Snake, please don't kill her.
Are you insane?
Please. She's a good person. You'd know that if you talk to her.
Make a
Listen,
good corpse,
kid,
too.
She's a merciless killer.
I can see you perfectly from here. I told you, I'd never quit the hunt. Now you're mine.
Wolf, no, you can't.
Don't get between a wolf and its prey.
You're pretty good if you can hit me in this storm.
You see, women naturally make better soldiers.
Wolf, don't do this.
Snake, I'm near. Can't you sense me near you?
It's a mistake for a sniper to reveal her location.
Is that right? Well, I'm going to send you a love letter, my dear. Do you know what that is? It's a bullet straight from my gun to your heart.
Please, Wolf. Snake, no!
Quiet! Don't get in our way.
Now I'm gonna pay you back for Meryl.
You men are so weak. You could never finish what you start.
Oh, we'll see, baby.
Well,
What's
okay.
gonna be finished? My love letter's gonna be a foot in your ass. Damn it.
And that last line has double meanings. Jesus.
Alright, I gotta get to a safe spot, and I'm going to try and do this legitimately. Otherwise, I'm just gonna cheese it. Say some prayers for me, ladies and gentlemen. Don't say prayers by putting F's in the chat. At least not yet. Alright, there she is. Alright. So, weird thing here is that you can't shoot her in the shoulder. Kind of whack like that.
Or hitbox is a little small like that.
Yeah.
Well, her hitbox is fine. It's just they probably have it hidden during when she's in that exact position behind the tree.
Get some.
Because normally you can hit her in the shoulder when she's not behind the tree. So it's just clever programming.
All right.
It's my guess. I could be completely wrong, but it's just my guess.
It's moving. Oh. Uh-oh.
I think she
Where's
ran off to the right or something.
There she is.
Oh, never mind.
Gotcha, bitch. Can't handle this. I thought I told you we don't stop. I thought I told you we don't stop. Okay. Yeah, hum that Metal Gear Solid thing. It doesn't work.
I
You
cannot
just-
hear those words without that song being in my head.
I'm doing good. Wow.
Was that half health? Yep.
Get some. My foot in your ass. You're blonde and you're Kurdish for some reason. Come on, let me clip her wings. This will fucking work. This is surprisingly easy. Where'd you go, baby? Where'd you go, baby girl?
You're gonna miss her if you're too far to the left. She might have already gone over to the right. Oh, jeez.
I don't... Oh, there she is.
Oh, dang.
Damn it! Okay,
At
I
least
reloaded.
she telegraphed where she's at. That's good.
Best sniper in the world, my ass. Come on.
I don't know. I think she could at least take out Chris Kyle, no problem, personally.
Hey, man. I think Chris Kyle would let her take him out.
Oh, of course he would.
Oh, ow.
Especially because it would be when he takes her out to the shooting range.
In the foot!
How does it feel to die and shot in the foot? I can't believe... I think that might be the first time... No, probably like the second time ever that I beat her legitimately. I always just go with... Here, I'll show you. Normally,
I was gonna say, what's the cheese route?
the cheese route is... It's gonna be so messed up. You just do this. Hold on, I want to make sure she's dead. Yeah, you know what? I know I just put a whole bunch of sniper bullets in your chrome, but it just blow you up real quick. All
Hey,
right,
just double tap. You gotta make sure.
you learned that from John Wick. All right, here we go.
I waited for this moment. I am a sniper. Waiting is my job. Never moving a muscle. Concentrating. I am long shot. You cannot save me.
Wasn't gonna save you anyway, bitch.
Please.
That coronavirus is doing a real number on people, man.
Finish
Going
me.
straight for those lungs.
I am a Kurd. I have always dreamed of a peaceful place like this.
A Kurd. So that's why you're called Wolf.
I was born on the battlefield. Raised on the battlefield. Gunfire, sirens, and screams. They were my lullabies. Hunted like dogs, day after day. Driven from our ragged shelters. That was my life. Each morning I'd wake up and find a few more of my family or friends dead beside me. I'd stare at the morning sun and pray to make it through the day. The governments of the world turned a blind eye to our misery. But then he appeared. My hero. Saladin. He
took me away from all that.
Saladin? You mean Big Boss?
I became a sniper. Hidden, watching everything through a rifle's scope. Now I could see war, not from inside, but from the outside, as an observer. I watched the brutality, the stupidity of mankind through the scope of my rifle. I joined this group of revolutionaries to take my revenge on the world. But I have shamed myself and my people. I am no longer the wolf I was born to be. In the name of vengeance, I sold my body and my soul. Now I am nothing more than a dog.
Wolves are noble animals. They're not like dogs. In Yupik, the word for wolf is Keglanek, and the Aleuts revere them as honorable cousins. They call mercenaries like us dogs of war. It's true. We're all for sale at some price or another. But you're different. Untamed. Solitary. You're no dog. You're a wolf.
Who are you? Are you Saladin?
Wolf. You spared Meryl's life.
She was never my real target. I don't kill for sport.
Rest easy. You'll die as the proud wolf you are.
I finally understand. I wasn't waiting to kill people. I was waiting for someone to kill me. A man like you. You're a hero. Please, set me free.
Why? Why? I loved you.
What is it?
My gun. Give it to me. She's part of me. Everyone's here now. Okay, hero. Set me free.
Goodbye. Snake, you said that love could bloom on the battlefield. But I couldn't save her. What are you doing?
Returning it to its owner. I don't need a handkerchief.
Why?
I don't have any more tears to shed. I'm going to the underground base. We're out of time.
I know.
You'll have to protect yourself now. Don't trust anyone.
Yeah.
If I can't stop Metal Gear, this whole place will probably be bombed to hell.
Yeah.
We might not meet again.
I'll hang on to my codec. I want to keep helping.
You can leave anytime. Get a head start. A head start on your new life.
Snake! What was she fighting for? What am I fighting for? What are you fighting for?
If we make it through this, I'll tell you.
Okay, I'll be searching too.
The answer is he's doing it for the money. All right, so slightly bad news, guys. While that scene was going on, my controller fell and disconnected. I plugged it back in, and unfortunately, if it unplugs while I'm playing this particular game, it doesn't work. So I have to restart the game. But I'm just gonna save. Whoops.
Make sure it saves this time.
Yes, it's okay. Let me just make sure when I load it that it works.
All right, let me go ahead and wipe away my tear ducts real quick.
It does correctly say Snowfield.
What?
Nothing, just the save file says Snowfield, nothing.
Okay. Do you want to say... No. Out of here. Alright, exit. Sorry about that, guys. I was being a little bit clumsy.
Rebooted real quick.
Oh, do I have to do the whole thing with fucking Discord again?
Yeah,
Shit.
try with Discord again.
Fuck's sake, man. All because they couldn't optimize their game so that if the controller becomes disconnected...
It's because all they did was a hatchet job on the original port. There are already fan patches that work better than this current port for the original.
You're calling something that Konami did a hatchet job? What?
Oh yeah, that might be what I
would
just
never
said.
happen.
Fucking hell. Alright, I'm trying to do the thing with Discord, guys. Just give me a second. I literally have to be very, very quick with my mouse. Get it! Yes! First try.
You know, if all these companies weren't stuck up their own ass, if I was them, I would go to the people who write the fan patches and literally just offer to pay them money to use their patches in the official release.
Honestly, I don't get why a lot of these companies don't just hire some people out of their fan base in the first place.
That's what they should be doing.
Not just in the tech department, but the story department as well.
Oh, absolutely. They should hire me. I do a better job than anyone else who could make another Metal Gear Solid game who's not Kojima.
Dude,
I could do it in my sleep almost at this point. I know the series. I understand it so well, at least on a basic storytelling perspective. Maybe not everything, but you know.
It's funny. The author for the Game of Thrones series, he actually calls up the guy who runs, I think, the wiki page to ask him about facts because the fan knows more about the universe than he does.
Oh yeah, I can believe that. I've heard this. I've heard that before. I forget what TV show I heard somebody who worked on it say at some point they started reading the fan wiki to remember stuff. It was a different show. But yeah, no, obviously the fans keep track of this shit more than the people who write it because the writer only deals with it once. The fans churn through it for years. So
Respect.
Oh yeah, thanks for reminding me, Game Guy. I was actually gonna do that, but I forgot when the fucking controller disconnected. Alright, so I gotta show you a quick Easter egg in just a second. I'm pretty sure, yeah, you know what this is.
I remember that one.
Yeah, but interestingly enough, this is one of the few things that even the biggest Metal Gear Solid fans don't know about. If I can find it real quick. I think it's right over here. There we go.
Oh, is that the, was that our, no.
Colonel, listen to me. I found a parachute near the wreckage of the Hind.
A parachute? You don't think that Liquid survived?
Impossible. As soon as he jumped out of the pilot's seat, he'd be sliced up faster than an onion on an infomercial.
So what's that parachute doing then?
Chop shop.
I have no idea.
A trap?
Slap chop. That's what it was.
Either that, or a message. To me.
Meaning I'm not dead, I suppose.
Maybe. But I think it's more like I'll string you up.
Well, in any case, don't let your guard down.
I won't.
Is your feed messing up there, Colonel? Alright. Yeah.
Continued in the next game.
Possibly some of the frame buffer effects and the codec calls are not working, so it could have been that was what was going on.
Yeah, I guess I can But yeah, that's a good question. How the hell did he? Well, like, if he survived, how the hell would you survive something like that?
With the helicopter blades going right above your head.
Yeah.
He was wearing iron boots, just dropped like a rock.
Kicking it Zelda style. Oh shit.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, I forgot. Some of these rooms have
But
mines.
there's more than one way to exit a helicopter. You don't have to go through the cockpit. And depending on how it falls, if you go out the door, you could make sure that you go in a direction that will not have blades right above it within however many seconds you need until you hit the ground.
Yeah, and
You could do
usually
it.
a chopper won't just drop straight. It'll heel off to one angle, so you can just go out the opposite side. And it'll fall beneath you, basically.
Easier said than done.
Oh yeah, especially in a split second. But...
You motherfucker. I want to make sure I save my... You suck. Turn and look the other way. Oh, for Christ's sake.
Someone just said in the chat, if Solid can kickflip off a missile, Liquid can kickflip through helicopter blades.
Very true.
Reference to Twin Snakes when he literally kickflips off a missile in the hind fight. It's hilarious.
Yeah,
It was definitely the Matrix of Metal Gear.
A little bit of... I can't remember if I shared this on the last stream, but I got a little bit of interesting fact about moi I think you guys might appreciate. So the Twin Snakes was developed by Silicon Knights, done by... Silicon Knights are the same people that did Eternal Darkness and Blood Omen Legacy of Kain and Too Human. They went out of business after doing Too Human, unfortunately. Even though Too Human got a lot of, I think, seemingly deserved criticism. I never played the game, but they were pretty promising studio. I won't say how, but I managed to get an opportunity to actually meet the guy, the former head of Silicon Knights. His name is Dennis Dyack. And, I forgot this guy's here. And, I met him, and... Fuck! And then a bunch of guys just miraculously appear out of nowhere, probably. Do they? Don't do it.
We have the high ground, don't even try it.
Yeah, it's over, Anakin. Alright, so I met Dennis Dyack, and I told him I love the Twin Snakes, which I do, even though it's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, I love it too, yeah.
It's still a lot of fun.
Well, it's good for its ridiculousness. It makes it more unique, at least.
Mm-hmm. I told him I played it, and I always had this one question lingering in my mind. Because, Patrick, you'd know this if you play the Twin Snakes, but it's so much more over the top than this... Damn it. Why did I stop here?
Just it's action player.
Bad idea. And I just terminated
Literally take the Matrix and do that in every Metal Gear Solid cutscene at every opportunity. Just do something that makes no sense, but looks really cool.
Right.
And defies physics.
So I talked to him about that, and it's like, was that a decision that Silicon Knights made, or was that a decision that Kojima made? And believe it or not, he said that it was Kojima's idea to do all the cutscenes in the Twin Snakes, like the Matrix. Now, obviously that's anecdotal information, so, you don't have to believe me, but I'm telling the honest truth. But yeah, interesting.
I can believe that. Well, again, like I think Kojima knows what he's doing. It's something that I think most great creators have, and I feel it too, even though it's a totally different level, a lower level. You don't ever like doing the same thing twice. It's really effing boring. So you always want to do something to spice it up every time. That's why Kojima really wanted to move on after Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2 at least. But of course, they print money for Konami at the time, so they're like, nah, you're not gonna do that. And of course, he's like, okay, that's fine. I'll do that 3-4 more times, but then we're gonna have a problem. Or at least he didn't say that then, but that's what was going to happen.
Yeah.
That's right.
But yeah, I could easily believe that would make more sense to me than the alternative.
Yeah, I can see that in a certain sense where at a certain point your story lives past its expiration date and they keep trying to push it.
I suppose it's kind of hard to improve upon what I view as perfection. So might as well just go balls to the wall if you have the
Yeah.
opportunity.
Pretty much.
All right. So gotta make sure I get all my stuff up here before I go on the elevator. Fuck it. The elevator of death.
All right, before you jump on the elevator, I am going to be right back.
Okay. Well, you're not missing anything. It's just a little battle.
It's just a bunch of fighting. Okay, 5 minutes.
Oh, you'll be back in 5 minutes? Okay.
Just quick bio, yeah.
We'll keep it clean. Nothing interesting.
There he is.
Oh, but they still do this in the original, which is insane. They jump down like at least 20 feet, I think. Maybe 15.
And then they shoot their bullets, and their bullets meet in the middle, and then it explodes, and then Snake does his fucking swan
And then it
dive.
explodes. Yeah, the twin snakes. All of a sudden, 4 bullets meet, and there's an explosion. Great. Who knows? Maybe it was supposed to be a grenade in Twin Snakes that actually did that. We just don't see anyone throw the grenade. Which looks way more awesome.
It would have been infinitely more badass if there was a grenade. Would you please learn how to aim, Snake? Aim, Snake. Do you use it? It's so janky, man. All right. Okay. Didn't lose too much health. A little bit more than I would have liked. I think there's a cutscene with Miller on the second.
Yeah, the second ride. That's right. So when we get over there, we can't take it yet.
Yeah. So, well, hey guys, do you have any questions while I'm making my way over to the elevator that you want to ask
Someone's
about?
bringing up something I haven't heard before, which is that the PS1 was originally called the PSX in Japan, and the only reason we refer to it as the PSX now is because of cross-promotional promo material that made people confused and originally call it in America the PSX instead of the PS1. I'm not. I would believe that, but I don't know. So I'd have to look up.
I forgot there were fucking mines here. Where are they? And I still don't have thermal goggles because I'm an idiot. Oh well.
Nah, it's fine. Not a big deal.
You know, it's just Claymore, whatever.
Yeah, you'll just take an explosion to the face.
He's dealt
Just
with worse.
another Tuesday night for Snake.
And I could be at home, you know, drinking too much, you know, watching them infomercials with the slap chop. The slap chop guy. You gotta love my nuts. This is much
Someone's
more.
asking, now that our guest is gone, how does Miller's missing limbs fit into Metal Gear Solid 1? The answer is they don't, obviously. There was the Lord Quatros' Metal Gear Bridge makes a joke about that too.
That's such a funny series.
Yeah, where the Miller's first appearance, he says like his full name. It's like Benedict Cumberbatch. Fuck, I don't remember what he says. He doesn't actually say Cumberbatch. Obviously, I made that up. But you know, like
Benedict Kazuhiro
Miller something.
Just in
And
case.
it's like I don't know if I believe that bit about the functioning AI in the 70s, bro.
Well, it's a very underrated series, the Lord Quadro stuff. My favorite of the Miller stuff is when, like, right after the Hind. Oh wait, is Patrick back?
I'm back, sorry.
Okay, I can't say anything.
I didn't want to jump in.
I can't say anything. That I was about to say something that would have spoiled it.
That's fine. We can talk.
But we'll get to that part in like an hour or so, hopefully.
Kojima retconned his name as Kazuhiro, by the way, just because he can and it's Japanese. That's really why he did it. There's no other good reason.
Wait, he did what now?
Nothing. So Miller shows up in another game in the series. So we're just talking about he uses a different name in that game. That's all. I mean, he's in 2 other games at least. No, what am I saying? He's in several because he's also in Metal Gear 2.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, his first appearance. This is his second appearance.
Snake, I've got something to tell you about Naomi Hunter.
What about her?
Is this conversation secure?
Don't worry, the monitor's off.
Okay.
What's up?
I was in the FBI too, you know.
I didn't know that. What's your point?
Dr. Hunter's story about her background, about her grandfather being an assistant secretary to Hoover in the FBI.
Yeah?
And then going undercover to investigate the mafia in New York.
Yeah, what about it?
It was all a big lie.
What did you say?
It was really bothering me. Why would she lie about it?
She
Man,
lied.
she was kind of obvious about it too.
Be a spy.
Ridiculous.
Come
She
on,
must have been a
even a
spy.
high school student could see
Spy.
past it. The head of the FBI at that time, Edgar
Not an
Hoover,
American high
he
school
was a
student. We don't know
well-known
jack shit
racist.
over here.
Didn't Naomi say that her father was Japanese?
Yeah.
Well, back then there wasn't a single Asian investigator. Also, in the 1950s, the undercover mafia sting operations hadn't even started yet. They first started in 1960 in Chicago, not New York.
But
You better check it out. The chief and the president mysteriously dying, and that ninja? Too many strange things are happening.
are you saying that Naomi might be behind it?
I don't know. Either that, or she's working with the terrorists.
Could it be?
If I find out anything, I'll call. In the meantime, be careful.
Love you, dog. Thanks for having my back, yo. Alright. This part. Ooh, look at all them ravens.
I wonder who sent them.
Probably Odin.
Probably someone named Crow.
D Crow?
That
Brandon
movie
Lee,
was
is that
pretty
you?
good. That movie was pretty good.
Was.
Yeah, supposedly they're remaking it. I think I heard at some point. Did that already happen? I can't remember. Oh no, that's right. Someone made a joke that the new Batman looks like the Crow remake because of the makeup on Pattinson in one of the shots.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Someone cracked that joke. I mean, it's funny because it's like I've been through this cycle so many times where, you know, last time it was Heath Ledger playing the Joker, last time it was actually Ben Affleck playing Batman. Then the time before that, it's always the Batman franchise that the internet collectively thinks it's super weird when they announce the next character playing either Batman or the Joker is like they could never pull that off, and then immediately everybody's like, oh, it's fine. I don't know why we were worried.
Robert Pattinson's gonna do awesome as Batman.
Yeah, all his other movies that he's done, all this more experimental stuff is really nice.
Yeah, like The Lighthouse. All right, here we
I
go.
still haven't seen it.
Oh, you should. It's great.
And here he is.
Cossack. This is the end of the road for you. Right, my friends?
You just call me
Oh,
a
shit.
cocksack?
Listen, they agree. Ravens aren't scavengers like most people think. They're simply returning to the natural world, that which is no longer needed. Sometimes they even attack wounded foxes.
You were the one in the M1 tank? Must have been a tight fit for a big boy like you.
But that was no true battle. The Ravens and I were testing to see what kind of man you were. The judgment is decided. The Ravens say you are a true warrior.
Am I hallucinating? I can't move.
The Raven has put the mark of death upon you. Blood from the east flows within your veins. Your ancestors too were raised on the barren plains of Mongolia. Inuit and Japanese are cousins to each other. We share many ancestors, you and I.
I don't have any crows in my family tree.
You jest, but indeed ravens and snakes are not the best of friends. Nevertheless, you will make a worthy adversary. You live in Alaska too. You know of the World Eskimo Indian Olympics?
Yeah, I know it. Must be a real threat in the muck-duck eating contest.
Yes, you are right. But there is another event that I excel at. It is called the Ear Pull. It is an event where two opponents pull each other's ears while enduring the harsh cold. It tests spiritual as well as physical strength.
You want to pull each other's ears?
The form is different, but the spirit is the same. Rejoice, Snake! Ours will be a glorious battle.
This isn't glorious. It's just plain killing. Violence isn't a sport.
Well, we'll see if there's iron in your words.
Let me grab your ear then. Hi, Philip. Good to see you. And to Mainstream Hypocrisy, it's good to know that I actually got you to watch The Lighthouse. I'm glad you see it as the masterpiece that I did as well. Alright, so we gotta put our foot in fucking Raven's ass real quick.
A bit of trivia I want to throw out. So the guy who did the English translation of this game has an article online I shared some time ago on, I think, Twitter and Facebook. He's got a little bit in there where he mentions this. So Kojima didn't like some of the changes he did explicitly in this version. Of course, he didn't like how he changed the script a little too much for his comfort. So in particular, the one line that I can't believe I can't remember his name off the top of my head. The one line in that last cutscene that we just watched that the translator mentions in his article was you must have been a real threat in the muktuk eating contest. And I forget what else the other one he said. But the original line, which was changed back in the Twin Snakes version, was, "You must have been a real threat in the stick pull and the four-man carry." And that was one of the examples that the translator used in his article to say that Kojima just didn't like that he changed stuff like that. And I personally, I think it's fine.
Yeah.
It's like a minor thing. If anything, it works more with Snake's action guy 80s persona, where he's trying to trivialize Raven to some degree instead of be serious with him.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to focus, but I agree.
That's
No, you're
fine.
good.
It's kind of good that there are actually some localizers for Kojima's games, because we all saw what happened with Death Stranding and some of the lines that should have been cut out.
Yeah, I forget who I've heard made the argument. Oh no, it was Super Bunny Hop explicitly that he straight up says that he thinks the translations of Metal Gear Solid games were always better when the translators weren't super fans. So in Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2, the translators were not huge fans. And actually, the translator of Metal Gear Solid 2 like outright criticized him for his choices in at least one interview famously, and thought that he wasn't that great of a writer, which is, you know, to me, one of the most laughable statements ever. It'd be like if one of the guys writing the Game of Thrones TV show started talking shit on George R.R. Martin. Like, are you serious, dude? But anyway, after that, of course, the translators changed for every game, and to my knowledge, at least up until 3, I forget how if the translator even changed after 3 or not. But at 3 and 3 on, I believe George alluded to the fact that it's always been a translator that's very friendly and not like wanting to change too much in the translation. And you know, George basically makes the argument that that's been a bit of a detriment. I can't really speak to that because I'd have to know exactly what they changed. But oh yeah, Death Stranding. Yeah,
Princess
that
Peach.
could have used some more argument from a translator. Personally, I think it needed a bit more of an editor's touch for sure. That game's story and cutscene before the translation process, I think Kojima needed a bit of a co-writer in that instance in particular.
That's the problem when you don't have, like, you've built your career on all these grand successes, and then you're just surrounded by a whole bunch of yes men.
Well, to some degree, somewhat deserved after he got into that point in his career. So it's really a complicated question at some point, you know, when you're challenging the guy who's literally like the author of gaming, if anybody is. At some level, you have to ask yourself, like, is it worth me getting in an argument with the guy who's literally consistently made hits and people love his work about something in his work, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's tough, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
it can be a scary thing, but personally, like, I like when people argue with anything I'm working on.
Oh,
It,
obviously,
it keeps me
yeah.
honest, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Certainly helps.
Would you please, guy, walk into my minds? Thank you. See, Rob M. Santos, I'm taking, your wisdom from the chat. And how did he just walk over that mine and not die? Did you see that shit? Shit. I just need to get one more hit on this fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger roided out bastard. There we go. Just kamikazed myself. Alright, GG. Roll credits. Alright.
Just as the boss said, it is my existence which is no longer needed in this world.
Told you to kill yourself? That's fucked up.
But my body will not remain in this place.
Well, maybe he just,
My spirit and my flesh will become one with the ravens.
said that we no longer require your services. He probably said it like that.
Yeah, but it's funnier the way I said it.
Oh, of course.
I will be watching you. Understand? Snake, take this security card. It will open that door.
Why?
You are a snake which was not created by nature. You and the boss. You are from another world. A world that I do not wish to know. Go and
San Francisco?
with him. I will
No
be
shit.
watching from above.
Great world in San Francisco, let me tell you. As long as you're not poor.
First, I'll give you a hint. The man who you saw die before your eyes.
I want to hear your reaction to this, Patrick.
What is it?
Oh yeah, I think I already called this one.
That was not the DARPA chief. It was Decoy Octopus, a member of Foxhound.
Mm-hmm.
He was a master.
Yeah, once we
of
found the
disguise.
corpse, I kind of put two and two together.
Oh.
He copied his subjects down to the blood. So he drained the chief's blood and took it into himself. But he wasn't able to deceive the Angel of Death.
The Angel of Death. But why go to so much trouble? Why impersonate the chief?
That is the end of my hint. You must solve the rest of the riddle yourself. Snake, in the natural world, there's no such thing as boundless slaughter. There's always an end to it. But you are different.
What are you trying to say?
The path you walk on has no end. Each step you take is paved with the corpses of your enemies. Their souls will haunt you forever. You shall have no peace. Hear me, Snake. My spirit will be watching you.
Watching you pee.
That's always weirded me out too. It's like, well, all the time, like in the shower and shit.
Yeah. He's got a
Okay.
soft spot for Solid Snake's 15 pack.
Snake, it's me, Master. It's about Naomi. Turn your monitor off.
What about Naomi? Colonel, is Naomi there? No, she's away. She's taking a short nap. So what is this about Naomi?
Okay, maybe we better let the Colonel hear this too.
Yeah, go on, Master.
Well, basically, Dr. Naomi Hunter is not Dr. Naomi Hunter at all.
What?
I thought her story of her background sounded kind of fishy, so I checked it out.
And?
There is an actual Dr. Naomi Hunter, or I should say, there was one. But she's not the woman we know. The real Naomi Hunter disappeared somewhere in the Middle East. Our Naomi must have somehow obtained her identification papers.
So then who is she really?
She must be some kind of spy.
A spy?
Yes. Maybe she's been sent to sabotage this operation.
Are you saying she's with the terrorists?
I don't want to believe it either, but she is working for Foxhound.
So you think she had a part in the uprising?
Or she could be working with some different group altogether.
Different group? It couldn't be.
Place her under arrest.
What?
She's betrayed us. She needs to be arrested and interrogated to find out who she's with.
If she's one of their spies, then we're in big trouble.
What do you mean?
Nothing.
Have you let her in on some kind of vital secret or something? Does this have anything to do with the mysterious deaths of the DARPA chief and the Arms Tech president?
I have no idea.
Anyway, we cannot allow her to participate any further in this mission.
Wait a minute. Without her, we can't complete this mission.
I knew it. You're hiding something.
Give me some time. I'll try to get it out of her.
Hurry then. We've got to figure out who she is and what she's doing here.
I understand. Snake, give me some time.
I don't have any time left for you.
Fucker. Calypso made a good point. If Snake is from another world, that explains his 15-pack.
Right.
So I noticed again in that codec call, there's a frame buffer problem. Lack of effect missing. This is another problem with the original PC version. Whenever it switches from one person talking on the left side of the codec to another, there's supposed to be like a radio sound along with it going to the white static for a brief second. So that's missing in this port so far, at least.
By the way, look at all these fucking turrets on the walls.
That would be a scary room to walk into.
It's like when you're overfunded by the government.
It's like, hello there, dead.
Hello there.
I think what I'm enjoying a lot about the enemies in this one is they go out of their way to humanize them rather than just allowing us demonize them as enemies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to talk about that briefly in my
I have a lot more to
video.
talk about that idea.
It was quite revolutionary for games in that regard, because before this game came out, there weren't too many games that went beyond sort of the one-dimensional good guy, bad guy, like Mario and Bowser sort of thing. And the games, and the games like this came along, like obviously Metal Gear Solid, Final Fantasy VII, Chrono Trigger, all the JRPGs. I think there's some shit.
I just like the idea that even though some people can be on opposite sides of a conflict, there can be righteous people on both sides too.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is more allusions to Snake personally when Raven's talking about him not being of this world, is it not being of the natural world, the cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Potentially going back into maybe my clone theory.
Calypso says the way Max says hello makes me want to ship him with Snake. Hey man, or, hey woman, shit. Hold on.
What's wrong? Did you find a good place to hide?
Yeah, thanks to the stealth gear. It looks like they finished getting Metal Gear ready.
How do you know that?
I overheard them talking. Where are you now?
Right in front of Metal Gear, but it's strange.
What is?
There's nobody here. No guards. Nobody patrolling. It's too quiet.
Maybe because they're all ready. They said they even input the PAL codes.
What should I do?
All we can do is use the override system that President Baker told you about.
But I've only got one of the 3 keys, and besides that, like Ocelot said, there's some trick to using the keys.
Leave it to me.
You got some kind of plan?
Well, I'm in the computer room right now. I'm trying to access Baker's private files.
Baker's files? Don't you need a password?
Of course, but there are ways.
Are you a hacker?
Yep, that describes me pretty well.
Does it look like you can get in?
I don't know yet. I'll give it a try.
I'm counting on you.
A couple of people in the chat are saying that the volume is a bit low. Like, what is low? The game,
Is
or
it all? Is it all the volume or voice or the game itself?
oh, and to respond to what Calypso said before, feel free to ship me with Snake at any time. I mean, I'm as straight as the Prime Meridian, but You don't have to. You can easily see that he's a handsome dude.
All shipping allowed.
Not bad. I just got past his 3rd security level.
Damn,
Was a
dude.
pretty careful
How
guy.
fast do you type?
Think you'll break in soon?
I never met a system I couldn't bust into.
Okay, keep trying.
Well, I guess they expect Snake to take 3 minutes to climb that ladder.
You guys have whiz at Minesweeper, I bet. Alright.
Oh my god, I think my best time on Advanced Minesweeper is like 43 seconds. I've played way too much of that growing up. Yeah, they're saying just the game is a little bit low.
Oh, the game's a little bit low? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll fix that. That's a tad bit better. Might be still a bit too low. Just let me know, guys. You should have told me that. Well, you know, right when we started. We've been going for over an hour and a half now. We're nearing the end, though. I think if we should be able to finish this in the next 2 hours, probably less. What do you want?
Snake, I did it.
You got past security?
Bingo.
Great. So what do you got?
I accessed the confidential Metal Gear file.
So what about the PAL override system that Baker talked about?
I haven't found it yet.
That's what I need to know.
But Snake, I found something else.
What?
The secret behind the new nuclear weapon. Just as I thought, the nuclear warhead is designed to be fired from the railgun like a projectile. It doesn't use fuel, so it isn't considered a missile. That way it can get around all sorts of international treaties.
Pretty sneaky.
Yes, but effective. And that's not even the scariest thing about this weapon.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
It's a stealth weapon.
You mean it won't show up on radar?
Yeah. The truth is, they've been working on a stealth missile since the late 70s.
Why weren't they able to develop one until now?
Because of the missile rocket propulsion system, it would be picked up by enemy satellites.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
But unlike a missile, the railgun doesn't burn any propellant, so it can't be detected by any current ballistic missile detection systems.
An invisible nuclear warhead.
Totally impossible to intercept. And on top of that, it's got a surface-piercing warhead designed to penetrate hardened underground bases.
Yeah, we learned that lesson in the Gulf War.
This thing could mean the end of the world.
It's the ultimate weapon. And from a political point of view, it avoids the problem of nuclear reduction and nuclear inspections. Colonel, is this true? Are you listening?
I'm listening.
If word of this got out, it could delay the signing of the START 3 treaty and cause a huge international incident.
Yeah, it would be nasty. The United States would be denounced by the UN. It could even bring the president down.
Did you know this, Colonel?
I'm sorry.
You changed, Colonel.
I won't make any excuses.
Snake, listen to me. This new nuclear weapon, it's never actually been tested, only simulated.
You mean they ran a computer model?
Yeah, that's why they were conducting this exercise. They needed to get actual experimental data to back up the simulation.
What were the results of the exercise?
It looks like it went better than they hoped for, but I can't find the data anywhere on this network. You'd think the data as important as that would be carefully recorded.
It was. President Baker gave me an optical disc with all of the test data.
What? Do you still have it?
No, Ocelot took it from me.
The terrorists have replaced the dummy warhead with a real warhead. Once they input the detonation codes, they should be ready to launch.
So you think they can do it?
Well, the dummy warhead was designed to be identical to the real thing, so I think so.
Did you find out how to override it yet?
Not yet. It must be in a separate file. Right now I'm looking through all of Baker's personal files.
We're counting on you.
Let me know if you come across this porno folder. I can use that for blackmail. Okay. Almost to the...
Interesting, though.
Yeah. Pretty clever for a game from 1998. What do you mean I can't use the Nikita? I just gotta kill that one. So like, oh, there's no guards. Get some fucker. How's that, all that high-tech gear serving you now?
What's that guy doing over there laying on the ground?
He's just on his break, don't worry about it. He'll be back up and ready to go in 10 minutes. There's also this really cool glitch in the Twin Snakes where you actually do have access to the Nikita. You can sort of skid it up Rex's nose and send it into the control room here. And then you get to see like the bottom halves of the people's bodies in there cut off. It's kind of funny.
Oh yeah, because they don't actually model most places if they're behind cover.
Yep.
Okay, I've entered the PAL
I'll be right
codes
back.
and disengaged the safety device. We can launch anytime.
There's still no response from Washington. It looks like we'll have to show them that we mean business.
Should I set it for Cherniton, Russia?
No. There's been a change. The new target is Lopnor, China.
Why, boss?
I'm sure neither you nor Mr. Golukovich would really like to see a nuclear bomb dropped on your motherland, right?
Liquid. But why? There's nothing there.
Wrong. It's a nuclear test site.
A nuclear test site?
If we nuke a major population center, the game's over. But a nuclear explosion at a test site can still be concealed from the public. Meanwhile, Washington will be worried about the retaliatory strike from China.
That'll probably mean top-secret talks between both countries' leaders.
Of course. And in the process, the President will be forced to divulge the existence of a new and highly destabilizing nuclear weapon to the Chinese. What do you think that will do to the US's reputation? Or the President's?
And with the CTBT, that means that China and India... I see.
Yes. When the other countries hear about this new weapon, they'll all want to contact us. Washington won't be very happy when we start selling their own system to the highest bidders. Yes, the President will break. He will give in to our demands.
Big Boss's DNA and $1 billion.
$1 billion? That money will be used to cure our genome soldiers as well. I'm also including the Fox dye vaccine in our demands.
Fox dye. It killed Octopus and the Armstech president. So it's true that it affects older people first. Mantis might not have been affected because he wore a mask.
Wolf wasn't infected either. Perhaps due to those tranquilizers she always took.
Something to do with the adrenaline level in the blood. Or maybe it's just because this Fox dye was still experimental and they haven't worked out all the bugs yet.
In any case, have you heard from your friend, Colonel Sergei Golukovich, at the Spetsnaz?
He still has doubts about the ability of Metal Gear. He said we can talk after Metal Gear's test launch is successful.
He's a very prudent man.
There's nothing to worry about. The Colonel wants Metal Gear and a new nuclear weapon so bad he can taste it. If Russia wants to regain its position as a military superpower, they need to reinforce their nuclear arsenal. They need a nuclear weapon that can't be intercepted. Metal Gear will allow them to gain first strike capability over the rest of the world.
Their regular army is in shambles, and they think they can restore their country's military power with nuclear weapons? Golukovich, he's no warrior. He's a politician.
But he's the one who gave us the Hind and most of our other heavy firepower.
He's got over 1,000 soldiers under his command. If we join forces, we could put up quite a resistance here. Since Mantis died, the genome soldiers' brainwashing has started to wear off. I'm worried about the men's morale. An alliance with the Russians would boost that as well.
What do you say?
We're not going anywhere. We're going to dig in here.
We could still escape.
We've got the most powerful weapon ever made, and we're about to ally with Golukovich's forces.
Are you going to fight the whole world?
And what's wrong with that? We can launch a nuclear warhead at any target on this planet. A nuclear warhead invisible to radar. And on top of that, this base is full of spare nuclear warheads. Once we get the DNA and the money, the world will be ours.
What about your promise to Colonel Golukovich?
I have no interest in the revival of Mother Russia.
You're not thinking of reviving Big Boss's dream.
From today, call this place Outer Heaven.
Big Boss's dream.
But boss,
Max, we don't know the
you're not
significance of
worried
that.
about
You
the
can't
PAL
just
being overridden?
gasp.
If the code
I have a
isn't
breathing
again,
problem,
it'll
okay?
deactivate
I'm really
Oh, okay,
sensitive
well,
about
alright.
it.
No need to worry. The DARPA chief and the Armstech president are both dead.
Does Snake know how the override system works?
You interrogated him, don't you know?
He didn't have any keys on him.
Good. Then no one can stop Metal Gear now.
By the way, what should we do with that woman? Want me to kill her?
Let her live. She's Campbell's niece, and Snake cares for her. We'll keep her as our ace in the hole.
Meryl, she's alive.
Snake, I found Baker's top secret files.
Great job.
How's it going there?
They've finished inputting the PAL codes. So how do we deactivate them?
Okay, you see the override system that the president was talking about. It can also be used to input the detonation codes. You see, if you insert the keys when the warhead is active, you deactivate it. And if you insert them when it's inactive, it becomes activated. And you can only use the keys once.
Only once, huh?
Yeah, you better get started. We don't have much time.
But it takes 3 keys, right? I've only got one of them.
Hold on a minute. You see, that's the trick. You already have all 3 keys.
What are you talking about?
The card key is made of a shape memory alloy.
You really need to get that breathing problem under control, Max.
Yeah, you need to get that looked at.
It's a material that changes shape at different temperatures. The key is made out of it.
This card key?
What the hell?
Yeah. The card key changes shape at different temperatures.
So this key is actually 3 keys in one. Clever.
Can you see the input terminals in the center of the control room?
I see them.
Those 3 laptop terminals are for the emergency input. There should be a symbol on each screen. Each symbol corresponds to a different key. Input the keys in order from left to right. The left one's for the room temperature key. See the symbol? Next to that goes the low temperature key. The one on the right is the high temperature key.
Okay, I got it. First, I change the shape of the card, and then I input them in order, right?
That's right. All you do is insert the card keys. After you insert the key into the module, a hard disk reads the information contained on it. Once you've finished with all 3 terminals, the code input process is complete. But here's the thing. You can only use the key 3 times. It's an emergency system. It's only meant to be used once.
The world is riding on that key, Snake.
Who's that?
Damn!
It's not good.
The key fell in the drainage ditch.
Snake!
Do you hear that noise it was making?
Glass.
Yes.
There's no way in.
Sure.
I'll enjoy watching you die.
That was totally one of the Konami employees doing that noise.
Snake, you've got to get that
Bet.
key.
All right.
I love that he says that, and then they send all of well, maybe in the original they send more than a couple of guys.
All right. Get out of my fucking way. Gotta go find that key. So did you see that twist coming?
Which part of it?
The 3 keys in one.
No, that's pretty cool.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out who
A
the
little bit
hell-
of trivia: they actually took
Right.
that from Metal Gear 2, as this game was basically a soft reboot of the series. They took several elements from the previous one.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I have this. Just out of curiosity, what is the actual release order? Is the Metal Gear Solid like the second
It's
rendition
the
of the series?
third. It's the third. So
I
there's
mean,
Metal Gear
yeah.
1, and 2, which were on the MSX, which was never released in the States. But the original MSX version of Metal Gear was released in the recent PC port release. If you want to play the English version, the official one of Metal Gear 2, you have to buy either the HD collection or some version of Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence, which was the special expanded version on the PS2. That's the only official time that was released. And also Metal Gear 1 was on that release as well. It was the first time both of them were officially released in the US. Because in the US, we only got a strained port of the original on the NES way back in the day that was just not quite the same game. And then there was a sequel made by some other team that was completely almost unrelated to the original Metal Gear on the NES. The gameplay was like radically different, and and so that's what Kojima found out about it later and decided to actually make the original sequel, Metal Gear 2, after that. Because he wasn't even, no one even told him that some team did it. So.
Until it got released, basically.
So, where is the rat, Steve? I don't see the rat.
So the rat can spawn in multiple places.
Oh.
That's one of them. I've read a guide at some point. It could also literally just be in the drainage ditch with no rat. Then there's also like a couple other holes the rat can come out of.
I didn't know that. It's always come out of that hole for me.
Well, yeah, sometimes it's there, sometimes it's literally in the drainage ditch. It depends on what difficulty you play on. But you might be right. I could be misremembering. Maybe on normal, it's always in the same spot. I'm not sure. I have to Google it myself right now.
Because I thought, I'm probably wrong about this. I always thought that it depended on, what you do during the torture thing. Because I thought if you give in, then you have to get out of the drainage ditch, and if you don't give in, then it's the rat that eats it. Because I'm not seeing the thing at all anywhere here in the drainage ditch. Very strange. Yeah, literally.
So it's kind of like either a random thing or a if-then type of location on this.
I don't know. It's always just been either or, and it's been really bomb. Really, for real. I didn't know that was a thing.
Snake, did you find the key?
No, it's not here.
Don't be ridiculous. You saw it fall into the drainage ditch, didn't you? The drainage ditch. Isn't there something odd about it?
No. There are a lot of big rats, though.
That's it, Snake. A rat must have eaten it.
Now who's being ridiculous?
I'm right. There's no other possibility. Rats
There's a lot of other possibilities, but okay.
Unusual about that.
It's a video game. There's no other possibility. It's a rat.
Fuck did that rat manage to get his entire gob over the fucking key?
You just find the rat and sitting there choking. He's like, oh, can't get it all done.
It's like, I haven't eaten a piece, man. I'll eat a little piece of plastic. Okay, so, do you know where else the rat would come out, Steve?
It's on one of the lower levels that you can see from atop the stairs. There's another vent, like around to your left of where you're at, and in the southeast corner, if I remember right. I'm literally trying to Google and find out right now.
Yeah, please let me know, because the whack. This is by far, I think you and I might agree, Steve, this is by far the worst part of this game, is the whole fucking key thing.
Pretty much.
Because you gotta backtrack your ass off. I'm just going in and out of the area again to see if that does something.
If you can't find the PAL key in the ditch, then shoot the rats that are about, as one of them will have eaten it.
So if you guys see a
kind
rat...
of random where they come out.
I remember the spots. One of them's down to your right, down the stairs to the southeast section. Like...
Sorry, what do you mean the stairs?
No, there's some stairs right there. There you go.
Okay.
So like right in front of you, there's another vent.
Oh,
So you have to stand some distance away, I believe.
It's good enough.
Probably.
Come on, Mickey, let's go. Anytime, buddy.
It might still be at that main vent for all I know. I need to find a guide that actually knows what they're talking about this part. It's an easy thing to like overlook that you just don't know as well.
Really weird.
Yeah.
It should be right there.
Yeah, you'd think so.
Everyone keeps saying try out the mine detector if you have it.
Oh, there it is, there it is. Come here, you little fucker. Oh, don't you run back in there.
Oh, dang, Max. Oh, you gotta wait some more.
It's okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it probably is always there on normal difficulty. I think it's on the higher difficulties they switch it up. I'm not sure off the top of my head though. It's one of those details that I just.
Is it gotta come out the other vent then?
Oh, someone says it switches. Yeah.
All right, that's fine. That's
Do
so
you have
weird.
the mine detector?
Yeah, I have the mine detector. Oh, there it is. Come here, you little bastard. Yeah.
Don't miss the first shot. There you go.
Send a letter
Yeah,
home
will
to
be.
Minnie for you. Tell her I'm on the market. All right. Where is it? There we go. All right, so here's the deal. So as you just heard, Patrick, we got to input the key 3 times, but we had to change the temperature that it's at. So there's obviously normal temperature, cold temperature, and hot temperature.
And we have to figure out how to raise and lower the temperature, I'm assuming.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So
Although
basically, for
we already know, of course. We don't have to figure it out.
For the next 15 minutes, basically all we're going to be doing is going to doing a whole bunch of backtracking, going to places where it's cold and hot, and yeah, I guess we're just gonna.
I'm assuming one of the places is the place where we fought Raven.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So
And the other place is the blast
just-
furnace, which.
Just running around like crazy for a bit then.
Yeah, so you got plenty of time to talk about all your theories and thoughts and.
I think we're pretty much caught up on a lot of this stuff. I got it out before we had that liquid reveal.
Yeah.
All right, first key.
And they left no one here to guard the laptops.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is apparently a thing that has happened.
Okay, that takes care of pal code number 1. Now, pal number 2, freeze the key.
Yeah, Ocelot probably ran away because the last time he fought Snake, he lost his hand. Doesn't want that to happen again.
Liquid's too cool to hang around.
Yeah, he's got to go work on his hair.
But honestly, this keeps me very nervous about the nanites that Hunter popped into us at the beginning of the game.
Oh yeah, in the
Like, that's been concerning me since it literally happened, but now even more so.
No comment. A Curious Credit sends in another $1.49. Thank you so much for that, Curious, and digging that mustache. It's not Movember yet, though. I see you're already doing very good there. By the way, got over 200 people watching this stream. Thank you so much, guys, for taking time out of your Saturday evening just to watch us play this amazing game. I mean, this part of the game is pretty outdated, but everything else is amazing. While you're here, I noticed that there's 200 plus people watching and only 132 likes. What the hell?
Wait, it's 133 now. We're good.
Yes, that was the key number. No, come on. Honestly, I keep hammering about this because you guys know how much I've been talking about the YouTube algorithm and how it works. When you hit that like button, it tells the YouTube algorithm that not only this stream is worth watching, but all the other videos on my channel are worth watching. So it will encourage it to pass my videos around more and bring it to the attention of other people that might be fans of Metal Gear, Silent Hill, mental health stuff, you know. Wait, 295 what, Dosh? Don't mess with my heart like that. But seriously, thank you so much. And then
Whoa, his body's gone.
Yeah.
Well, it was actually gone when the cutscene ended, if you noticed. The ravens literally ate him entirely within the span of 30 seconds. So
That's some crazy ravens. Why doesn't he just use them as his
yeah,
attacking force?
I know. Well, you probably would think it's not honorable to use his superpowers, unlike the other characters that you fought with superpowers. Well, I guess Psycho Man does.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, if he tried to fight him legitimately, he punched Snake in his six-pack and break his elbow. I mean, look at how the guy was borderline anorexic. Black Swindon sends in £1. Thank you very much. I love Swindon. England's where most of my family lives. And Living Martyr Report sends in $15. Thank you so much, man. Thanks for giving us the intellectual gaming entertainment that we love. I'm really happy that you enjoy it, and I'm really happy to deliver it to you. Just a quick reminder, stay tuned. I hope to have my video on Bloodborne, speaking of intellectual gaming pursuits, out to you guys in under 2 weeks. The next video I'm going to be doing is my Crash Bandicoot 4 review. Not that intellectual, but, you know, it's my channel, and I love Crash Bandicoot, so, deal with it. But then after that, Bloodborne will be there. And I think I was supposed to say something about Bloodborne, speaking of that, earlier on in the stream. Weren't we talking about Bloodborne, Patrick?
Yeah, we brought it up. I don't know where into the conversation we went, though. I think we just left it off for later and forgot what we were going to say.
Yeah, Chad, if you remember what we were saying, just let us know. Alright, so we got the... Gotta climb up all the fucking ladders again.
That's gonna drive me crazy now.
The chat tends to have a good memory. They'll let us know. So what are you thinking of the game so far, Patrick?
As soon as we're done, I'm probably gonna find a way to play it on my end, to be honest. Because it's a whole different experience, and it's nice to just poke around and take your time looking at everything.
Are you gonna play... Well, I mean, like, you could probably buy it on GOG for all bucks.
Yeah, probably.
Or if you don't do that, you can get an emulator for the GameCube and play the Twin Snakes and see all the epicness that game offers.
Well, I think I still have my Wii and that plays GameCube games, so if I can find a copy of it, cool.
True.
You can see the more action-oriented cutscenes from that one, apparently.
Salah Adin, nice name, says, wow, Max, as soon as you talked about likes, your wrath made my laptop freeze. It wasn't my wrath, it was everybody else hitting the like button.
It was our collective wrath.
They hit that like button rough because they know that I and the like button like it rough. Okay, here's the outkey.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of where we can heat it up now.
Well, I'm
trying to remember on the top of my head.
I'll spoil it for you. He puts it in his ass cheeks and he just clenches.
Oh my fucking god.
Gosh.
I was gonna say earlier, I could just see the movie version in my head. When he has to freeze the key, it literally will just smash cut to him standing up against a wall next to a freezer.
Just enjoying a beer.
Looking at his watch, or, you know, just, probably having a beer, maybe taking a smoke, you know. To get that done real fast and in a comical way. That's how they're going to do it in the movie, clearly.
No, I'm just picturing him now sitting there right next to Raven's Gatling gun with a beer and just tapping his beer on the rifle or the machine gun.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, would you like some Raven?
Bro, we're waiting.
Oh, wait a minute. No, you can't eat it because you're dead.
And then Raven starts showing up and drinking from the beer with
Oh shit, Twin Snakes is really $100 right now? No way.
Oh yeah.
I still got my copy and I'm keeping it, but damn.
It's
I sold 2 games for $100 in my life so far. And I'm sure it's terrible that I'm gonna admit that I sold them. One of them was an original copy of Super Mario RPG.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. That was it was pristine too. But I was getting rid of all my cartridge games. There's none that I feel particularly sentimental about. My disc games though, obviously most of my PlayStation I haven't sold a single PlayStation disc game yet. And I sold all my original Xbox games because I don't care, except for the Xbox port of Metal Gear Solid 2.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, because it looks like they're still selling Twin Snakes on the GameStop website for $60.
What?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
How
Do they actually have any copies though?
I don't know. It's on here, so I'd hope so.
That's crazy. I didn't, because I thought like the only way they could get a hand on that game was like if you bought one of the copies they produced way back when. I didn't think they were still making them.
They're not, obviously. They stopped printing that game over 10 years ago, easy.
Yeah.
They must just get people who trade in all their games for the like 50 cents in store credit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still have everything from my NES days.
Wow.
I still have every one of my original cartridges in my
I did, but I
SNESs.
sold them. My NES still works 30 years after it was made, and then I sold it.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Still works.
That pains me.
I had both original Zeldas. Yeah.
Yep. I actually just finally beat Zelda 2 for the first time a couple years ago, even though I've been playing it since I was like 6.
That's
one other way I look at it is I'm never gonna like go back to those physical systems anymore. It's better if I sell them now, because I might move, and they're just gonna be here and just sitting collecting dust till I sell them in the future.
Okay, so what's up?
This is important.
I've got a good friend in the Pentagon.
Yeah?
He's the one who told me about it. It looks like the DIA recently developed a new type of assassination weapon.
An assassination weapon?
Snake, have you ever heard of something called Fox Dye?
No. Fox Dye.
Please.
Liquid and the others were talking about it.
Yeah. It's some kind of virus that targets specific people. I don't know all the details, but...
What are you trying to say?
It's too similar.
What is?
The cause of death. Didn't the Arms Tech president and the DARPA chief, Decoy Octopus, die of something that looked like a heart attack?
Yeah.
Well, apparently Fox Dye kills its victims by simulating a heart attack.
No. You're telling me that Naomi was behind it?
Snake, try to remember. Did Naomi give you some kind of injection?
Nanomachines.
She was in the best position to have done it, but I don't know what her motive was.
Does the Colonel know?
I'm not sure. But he still hasn't questioned her.
Okay, I'll ask him myself. Colonel, what's new with the Naomi situation?
I just placed Naomi under arrest.
Arrest?
She was sending coded messages towards the Alaskan base. I didn't want to believe it, but she must be working with the terrorists.
Are you sure?
I'm afraid so. She's being interrogated now.
What kind of interrogation?
Well, I'd like to avoid the rough stuff, but we don't even have any sodium pentothal here.
Call me if you find out anything.
So it's true, isn't it?
Naomi, I can't believe it.
That means the Fox Dye vaccine must be around somewhere.
Listen, I've got bigger things to worry about.
But Snake, you might be infected too, you know.
All I can do is leave it up to the Colonel.
Nanomachine, son!
You're just readying that, really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, I just brought it up on my phone. So
Great.
I just thought it'd be funny. Yeah, that shifty bitch.
And this is why you don't let people inject you with stuff when you don't know what it is.
Okay, that's kind of
Yeah,
whack.
that's what she said.
Sorry, I didn't hear what he said. What'd you say?
I just said this is why you don't let people inject you with things when you don't know 100% what they are.
That's what she said, obviously.
Inject? Okay. That's a funny way of saying it. Sorry. I have the stream up on my phone, so that way when the cutscenes are going, I can chat with you guys in the live chat. Yeah, sodium pentothal, it's sort of like the real-world version of Veritaserum. There's a sentence I never thought I'd say. Veritaserum is the truth serum from Harry Potter. Alright. So, looks like you called it. Good job, Patrick. Your ability to observe this shit is absolutely astounding to me.
I've just read and watched a lot of science fiction in my life, so I'm suspicious of a lot of things when I'm going through a story.
Your eyes are always open. Yeah, I suppose. Like now that I'm getting older, I tend to pick up on these things too. Like, you ever see the movie that came out last year? I think it was all called Knives Out. I think it was.
Yes.
Yeah, I figured out what the twist to that was like halfway through the movie. Still a good movie. But,
Oh no, it was good. It was a lot of fun how it all unfolded. But yeah, it's funny. People get angry at me and my sister both because they want to show us a movie. We sit down and in the first 10 minutes we tell them how it ends, and they're like, come on, stop that."
Like, can you give us an example of a certain movie?
Well, Knives Out was a good one right there. Yeah, I actually leaned over and said, "Hey, this is what's going on." At the first, I won't say 20 minutes of it. I'm trying to think. Usually a lot of those murder mysteries, just because you get to learn the style that the writers go with when they're trying to be obscure with things, so you can pick up on it.
Has there ever been
examples?
Has there ever been like a movie where you absolutely had no idea what was going on?
What was going on? I don't watch a lot of film at this point, so I'm trying to think.
The Usual Suspects.
Actually, you want to know one that you may want to do if you're into comedies, you want to do for movie night? It's called Murder by Death. It's an old 1970s murder mystery. And I guarantee you will not know how it ends.
Right,
I guarantee. It's one of my favorite movies, but it's off the wall random. It's got a bunch of classics like Sir Alec Guinness, Maggie Smith, Truman Capote, and all of them. Peter Sellers is in it.
That's a killer cast.
Yeah, it's got all the big ones.
Oh, a Mainstream Hypocrisy said Lighthouse had me questioning everything until the end and even after. Yeah. First time I watched that movie, I didn't pick up on any of it. I saw it in the theater, but I just, even though I liked it, I was pretty tired at the time, so I missed out on a lot of what it was trying to do. Then I saw it for a second time, and it's just like, wait a minute, this movie was made for me. It's like Young Central, that movie. Okay, don't shoot me.
I'm gonna have to watch that movie now, clearly, after this.
It's really fucking good.
After I eat, of course. I always need to eat.
And then if you like that movie, make sure to watch the movie that director did before The Lighthouse, which was called The Witch, which is equally as good, if not better.
How about Clue? Gear Duran saying, "How about Clue?"
Oh, Clue's great.
Such a good movie.
Sorry, didn't mean to frighten you.
But no, there's actually one I just thought of it, Max, where I predicted it. Have you ever seen The 13th Floor?
No.
That is a very interesting one too. It has to do with a group of a corporation working in our virtual reality, and the philosophy that comes around with that.
Can you hear me? It's Naomi.
Look it up.
Naomi? What the hell?
Campbell and the others are busy right now. I'm on a different codec.
Naomi, is what the Colonel says true?
Yes, but not everything I said was a lie.
Who are you?
I don't know myself. I don't know my real name or even what my parents looked like. I bought all my identification, but my reason for getting into genetics was true.
'Cause you want to know yourself, right?
That's right. I want to know where I came from, my age, my race, anything.
Naomi.
I was found in Rhodesia sometime in the 80s. A dirty little orphan.
Rhodesia? What's now known as Zimbabwe?
Yes. Rhodesia was owned by England until 1965, and there were lots of Indian laborers around. That's probably where I got my skin color from, but I'm not even sure about that.
Naomi, you're too worried about the past. Isn't it enough to understand who you are now?
Understand who I am now? Why should I? No one else tries to understand me. I was alone for so long, until I met my big brother. And him.
Your big brother?
Yes. Frank Yeager.
What?
He was a young soldier when he picked me up near the Zambezi River. I was half dead from starvation, and he shared his rations with me. Yes, Frank Yeager. The man who you destroyed was my brother and my only family.
No. Gray Fox?
We survived that hell together, Frank and I. He protected me. He's my one connection. The only connection I have to my past.
And he brought you back to America?
No. I was in Mozambique when he came.
Who is he? You mean Big Boss?
Yes. He brought us to this land of freedom, this America. And then he and my brother went back to Africa to continue the war. And that's when it happened. You killed my benefactor and sent my brother home a cripple. I vowed revenge and joined Foxhound. I knew it was my best chance to meet you, and I prayed for the day that I would.
So, were your prayers answered?
Yes. I waited 2 long years.
To kill me? Is that all you cared about?
Yes. That's right. 2 years. You were all I thought about for 2 long years. Like some kind of twisted obsession.
Do you still hate me?
Not exactly. I was partly wrong about you.
What about Liquid and the others?
I'll have my revenge on them too.
Naomi, you didn't kill that doctor too, did you? The one that used Grey Fox for his genome experiments?
Dr. Clark? No. That was my brother. Afterwards, I covered it up and helped him hide out.
So that ninja, I mean Grey Fox, he's come here to kill me?
I don't think so. I think he just came here to fight you. I wasn't sure before, but now I think I understand. A final battle with you. That's all he lives for. I'm sure of it.
Fox? No. Naomi, tell me something.
About Fox Die? Fox Die is a type of retrovirus that targets and kills only specific people. First, it infects the macrophages in the victim's body. Fox Die contains smart enzymes created through protein engineering. They're programmed to respond to specific genetic patterns in the cells.
Those enzymes recognize the target's DNA?
Right. They respond by becoming active and using the macrophages. They begin creating TNF-epsilon.
Huh?
It's a type of cytokine, a peptide which causes cells to die. The TNF-epsilon is carried along the bloodstream to the heart, where they attach to the TNF receptors in the heart cells.
And then they cause a heart attack?
The heart cells suffer a shock and undergo an extreme apoptosis. Then, the victim dies.
Apoptosis? You mean the heart cells commit suicide? Naomi.
What?
You must have programmed that thing to kill me too, right? Do I still have time? Naomi, I don't blame you for wanting me dead, but I can't go yet. I still have a job to do.
Listen, Snake. I'm not the one who made the decision to use Fox Die.
Huh? You weren't?
You were injected with Fox Die as a part of this operation. I just wanted to let you know that. No, that's not the whole truth.
Huh?
The real thing I wanted to tell you was... Snake,
Hey, what are you doing?
Snake!
Naomi!
Snake, I can't allow Naomi to make any more unauthorized transmissions.
What?
Naomi's been removed from this operation.
What happened to Naomi? What did she mean when she said that Fox Die was a part of this operation? Colonel, let me talk to her.
I won't. She's under arrest.
Colonel, you double-crossed me.
Snake, there's no time for that. Right now, your job is to stop Metal Gear. Okay, Snake?
Your mission is to kiss my... Not kidding. No.
I was waiting for him to be an asshole to show up.
Yeah.
From the start, I was like, okay, when is he going to be a dick?
He could be a real piece of shit, even though, like, Solid Snake's best friend. Alright, we're almost to the end of this boring-ass segment. By the way, I didn't know there was a time in history where Maggie Smith was hot. Just looked up the Maggie Smith.
Oh, when she was... Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was just looking up that movie you were talking about while the thing was going.
Let's just say it is just very random. If you're into that, just where the humor is just so off the wall, you're going, what did just happen? What? That's the kind of movie it is.
Like Noises Off type of random?
Yeah, it's just like, huh? But if you like that and a murder mystery setting, trust me, you will not guess the ending.
Hey man, I'm down with a good cast and good comedy, especially those old movies, man.
Yeah, it's one of my top 5 favorite movies.
Somebody was giving me shit the other day about saying that my all-time favorite movie was Lord of the Rings: Return of the King. They're like, dude, all those endings. It's like, shut up. Those endings are necessary. Anyways.
Let's be honest. Who's the true hero of that story?
Of Return of the King?
Of well, Lord of the Rings in general.
J.R.R. Tolkien for all the money he made?
I fell asleep.
Oh, I
fell
don't...
asleep?
I fell asleep during the second movie twice. I couldn't tell you.
Gotcha. Yeah, chats with me, L-Dub and Game Guys. You're on my team for that.
What? Sam? Oh, why Sam? Oh, I guess because he gets the girl.
Well, no, he's the one who goes through the hero's journey. It's not Frodo.
Ah, true. Okay. Mainstream Hypocrisy with that big 20. Thank you so much for that generous donation, dude. Thanks for a chill
So what did we actually
Saturday.
heat it with? Maybe I wasn't paying attention. What did we heat it with?
I told you. He puts it in his ass and he clenched it.
Boy.
Alright, pay attention.
I deactivated it.
Thank you, Snake. Now the detonation code is completed. Nothing can stop Metal Gear now.
Master, what's going on?
You found the key, and even activated the warhead for us, too. I really must express my
Is
gratitude.
everybody an asshole in this game?
Sorry to have involved you in
Yep.
that shape memory alloy business.
What are you talking about?
We weren't able to learn the DARPA chief's code. Even with Mantis' psychic powers, he couldn't read his mind. Then Ocelot accidentally killed him during the interrogation. In other words, we weren't able to launch the nuclear device, and we were all getting a little worried. Without the threat of a nuclear strike, our demands would never be met.
What do you mean?
Without the detonation codes, we had to find some other way. That's when we decided you might prove useful, Snake.
What?
First, I thought we might get the information from you, Snake, so I had Decoy Octopus disguise himself as the DARPA chief. Unfortunately, Octopus didn't survive the encounter, thanks to Fox Die.
You mean you had this plan from the beginning, just to get me to input the detonation code?
Huh? You didn't think you made it this far by yourself, did you?
Who the hell are you?
In any case, the launch preparations are complete. Once the world glimpses the power of this weapon, the White House will have no choice but to surrender the Fox Die vaccine to me. Their ace in the hole is useless now.
Ace in the hole? What the?
The Pentagon's plan to use you was already successful in the torture room. Snake, you're the only one who doesn't know. Ah, poor fool.
Who are you anyway?
I'll tell you everything you want to know. If you come where I am, that is.
Where are you?
Very close by.
Snake, that's not Master Miller.
Campbell, you're too late.
Master Miller's body was just discovered at his home. He's been dead for at least 3 days. I didn't know because my codec link with Master was cut off. But Mei Ling said his transmission signal was coming from inside the base.
So who is it?
Snake, You've been talking to me, dear brother. Liquid, how the...
That breathing problem just comes and goes.
You may die now.
Did you see that one coming?
Everyone's a freaking asshole.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God. Seriously, if we continue this into the second game, I'm just gonna have trust issues.
Oh,
That's a
yeah.
good place to be at in this series.
You can't break it with an ordinary weapon.
Can't you open the security lock here?
I'll try. Just hold on for a minute.
A minute?
Honestly, the one thing that I was questioning though is Otaku dude here says, yeah, you put it in to turn it off or turn it on. I'm just like, it's turned off, so why are we turning it on? I wasn't gonna question it, but
I hacked into security. Snake, I'm opening the door.
Thank you. Shit. I don't
Someone
want
said they pissed on the camera again.
Yeah, I don't want to die by inhaling Liquid Snake's farts. Alright, come on, let's go chase the pretty man. Okay, so low-key, want to just fix this entire series. We just do this. Hold on. Will this work? I've actually tried this.
It actually, it sadly is... No.
Just, let me dream for a second.
Sure, sure.
Bye, Liquid. God damn it.
Yeah, unfortunately, the walkway texture may be, you know, may have holes in it, but the hitbox doesn't. And of course, obviously, Liquid doesn't have a hitbox, but
you bastard.
Okay. Too.
Liquid! Snake! Did you like my sunglasses? Damn. You'd point a weapon at your own brother?
Why did you disguise yourself as Master?
So I could manipulate you more easily. And you performed quite well, I must say. Although the boys at the Pentagon are probably saying the same thing.
What the hell are you talking about?
Following orders blindly with no questions asked, you've lost your warrior's pride and become nothing more than a pawn, Snake.
What?
Stopping the nuclear launch, rescuing the hostages, it was all just a diversion.
A diversion?
The Pentagon only needed for you to come into contact with us. That's what killed the Arms Tech president and decoy octopus.
You don't mean...
That's right. You were sent here to kill us so they could retrieve Metal Gear undamaged, along with the bodies of the Genome soldiers. From the beginning, the Pentagon was just using you as a vector to spread Fox Dye.
Fox Dye? It can't be. Are you telling me Naomi was working with the Pentagon?
They thought she was, but it seems that Dr. Naomi Hunter couldn't be controlled so easily.
What?
We've got a spy working in the Pentagon. He reported that Dr. Hunter altered Fox Dye's program just before the operation, but no one knows how, why.
I wonder... Maybe they arrested her so they could find out the answer to that.
No doubt. But I had no idea she was motivated by such petty revenge. We still don't know what changes she made to Fox Dye's program. Oh well, it doesn't matter. I've already added the Fox Dye vaccine to my list of White House demands.
There's a vaccine?
There must be, but that woman is the only one who really knows. Anyway, it might prove to be unnecessary.
Why's that?
You were successful in coming into contact with all of us, so we must have all been exposed to the virus. It's true that the Arms Tech president and decoy octopus were killed by Fox Dye, but Ocelot, myself, and you, the carrier, were apparently unaffected.
A bug in the virus's programming?
Could be. In any case, if it doesn't kill you, then I'm not worried either. After all, our genetic code is identical.
It's a good point, Aitma.
Yes, twins. But we're not ordinary twins. We're twins linked by cursed genes. Les enfants terribles. You're fine. You got all the old man's dominant genes. I got the flawed recessive genes.
Everything was done so that you would be the greatest of his children. The only reason I exist is so they could create you.
I was the favorite, huh?
That's right. I'm just the leftovers of what they used to make you. Can you understand what it's like to know that you're garbage since the day you were born? But I'm the one Father chose.
So that's why you're so obsessed with Big Boss. Some warped kind of love.
Love? It's hate! He always told me I was inferior, and now I'll have my revenge! You should understand me, brother. You killed our father with your own hands! You stole my chance for revenge! Now I'll finish the work that Father began. I will surpass him! I will destroy him!
You're just like Naomi.
Well, I'm not like you! Unlike you, I'm proud of the destiny that is encoded into my very genes! Yeah!
Sure about that? You sound kind of resentful.
Snake, your blood will be the first
Someone said the best thing in the chat ever.
I ate moths.
No.
Yeah.
Now I'll show you
Say
the
them.
power of the weapon that will lead us in the 21st century.
It's moving.
Just don't shoot that nuke at us because we'll both die.
Yeah. I know you hate me. Come on, you don't hate me that much. Yeah, I eat moths. He's like, Naomi is motivated by such petty revenge. And then he's like, well, you ever heard of a mirror liquid? Shit.
Well, we tend to project things in other people that we are self-guilty of.
Yeah.
Someone in the chat said recessive genes are not always bad though, like red hair and green eyes are recessive, and girls with both are perfection.
You goddamn right.
Yeah.
As a redhead, I agree.
Ah.
Alright, now you just made it weird. I'm just kidding. Alright. Here we go. Gotta fight this thing with our bare hands. Alright. Time to spam the... Yeah, Vincente Carrasco Alvarez in the chat is like... He's way ahead of me on this one. Time to spam them chaff grenades. It's, if I use the chaff grenades, his ammo won't hit me. Alright, so we gotta shoot all of our missiles at the radome on the right. All that technology can't, Hello? I'm over here, thank you. Oh, shit. I'm gonna die. Equip the body armor.
At some point I got good enough to beat this on a stream, if I'm remembering correctly.
Mm-hmm.
It might have only been on the Twin Snakes version. But I got his pattern down, and now I can't even remember which one I put it on.
I would imagine it'd be easier on the Twin Snakes, because everything is kind of easier on that game. Playing this game on Extreme? Fuck, I was nowhere close to that! Playing this game on Extreme, on PS1, a pain in the ass, especially when you're fighting Raven, and you don't know where the hell he is. Yeah, run to the bullet, Snake, that's a great idea. Right. Hold still, please. Don't shoot your PP laser at me, I appreciate it. Hold still. The first part of this boss fight, when you're playing on Extreme, is kind of easy, but the second part, when he opens up his mouth, huge pain in the dick. Alright, shoot your ass rockets, and then kiss your ass goodbye. Wait, no, one more. Hold steady. There we go.
Phase 1?
Phase 1. And then there's Phase 2, and then we got another hour-and-a-half long cutscene. Not really, but...
Did that do it?
Nice try, Snake. Die!
Hurry! Get away! Fox. A name from long ago. It sounds better than Deep Throat.
So it is you.
You look terrible, Snake. You haven't aged well.
I'll send you back to hell!
That when I look in the mirror every day now.
Fox, why? What do you want from me?
I am a prisoner of death. Only you can free me.
Fox, stay out of this. What about Naomi? She's hell-bent on taking revenge for you.
Naomi?
You're the only one who can stop her.
No, I can't.
Why?
Because I'm the one who killed her parents. I was young then.
This is soap opera.
Myself to kill
Yeah, I know.
her too. I felt so bad that I decided to take her with me. I raised her like she was my own blood to soothe my guilty conscience. Even now, she thinks of me as her brother.
Fox.
From the outside, we might have seemed like a happy brother and sister, but every time I looked at her, I saw her parents' eyes staring back at me. Tell her for me. Tell her that I was the one who did it.
There you are!
We're just about out of time. Here's a final present from Deep Throat. I'll stop it from moving.
Fox!
In the Middle East, we don't hunt foxes, we hunt jackals. Instead of foxhounds, we use royal harriers.
Fox!
How strong is that exoskeleton of yours? Snake, are you just going to sit by and watch him die?
Cornered fox is more dangerous than a jackal.
Destroyed the radome.
Impressive! You are indeed worthy of the codename Fox, but now you're vanished!
No! Fire the stinger!
Fox, can you really shoot? You'll kill him too!
Now, in front of you, I can finally die. After Zanzibar,
No good.
I was taken from the battle. Neither truly alive nor truly dead. An undying shadow in a world of light. But soon, it will finally end.
Oh shit! I didn't mean to. Fuck!
Oh my god.
No!
The whole thing.
God damn it! I'm so sorry. I meant to press
It's not
C.
the end. It's not the end of the universe.
That's all good.
He'll see the cutscene later. There was nothing significant story information wise,
Just
other
character.
than he's dead.
Yeah, he just died. I'll show you the cutscene when we're done. I'm so sorry, Chad. I meant to press the X button just because it's like. Okay, I need to fight Metal Gear. I'm sorry. Otherwise, we're gonna die. Well, you know what? How about this? I really want him to see that scene. So I'm just gonna die. It's probably one of the best scenes in the game, and I'm such an idiot. I
Or
skipped
it'll
over it.
take you back.
No, it'll just take
How
me.
far back?
It'll take me back to the beginning of Metal Gear Fight. I can beat it in like a minute. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a really. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry, guys.
Well, luckily you can skip everything until that sequence that's unskippable. So.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. I shouldn't have thrown that chaff grenade so early. What am I doing? All right. Here we go. Let's just do this real quick. Yeah, it's honestly one of the best scenes that I just skipped over, and I was just I wanted to press the X button like repeatedly right when he finished his little speech there, just for comedy's sake. Because it's like, it's no good. I can't do it. And I wanted to seem like Snake really wanted to fire it, even though he's gonna kill his friend. Because, you know, I'm a jerk. Just do this real quick. It's okay, you can put the L's or the F's in the chat, it's fine, I deserve it. Go, Buffalo. One person in the chat asked if there will be more Metal Gear streams after this one. I'd be down for it if you guys want to do MGS2 after this.
I'm down for it.
I wish there was a way, like, so that I'm not just the one playing. Like, Steve can bring his own personal brand of gameplay to this. That way you don't have to just sit there. Alright. Now I'll do the funny thing. Come on, Snake. He's dead anyway. I can't shoot. Yeah, I can't skip it, so. Alright, here we go.
Snake, we're not tools of the government or anyone else. Fighting was the only thing I was good at. But at least I always fought for what I believed in. Snake, farewell.
Best line in the game.
It just takes me back to our... Ow.
Foolish man.
Yep.
It just takes me back to our conversation earlier about
And it found
archetypal demonic possession
Can't protect
more than just
anyone,
demons
not
of war.
even yourself. Die!
Wait, hold on. Sorry, just putting something down on my desk. Okay, let's go finish this little thing. Body armor? Okay, here we go. Yeah, even though he has the top open, you can still throw
But
chat
after the
grenades.
chat, a very good question. Why did they build it to roar?
Because it's cool. That's why.
Exactly. I would totally build it to roar too.
Why does Metal Gear Ray roar in the second game? It's cool.
Fuck yeah. You have to good use of government resources right there.
I mean, if you're gonna build something as awesome as Metal Gear Rex, you gotta make it do something. Ah, that PP laser? Bit. Ah. So it doesn't really matter if, like, he shoots me a whole bunch here, because we're gonna lose all our... Fuck off. We're gonna lose all our weapons after we're done. Off. Get that attack pattern. Ah! Alright, and... Oh! Out of there. And kiss your ass goodbye. Alright.
Snake, I'll crush you into dust.
That's a good observation. Oh wait, no. The ones in MG1 and MG2 don't roar.
Sad now. See, his face looks sad.
Whose face?
The face of Rex.
Oh. Come on, just If Liquid can survive a fucking helicopter crash and that, you can survive that, Rex. Come on.
Sleeping late as usual. A snake. Liquid. You're still alive.
I won't die as long as you still live.
Too bad.
Is this gonna be the Wesker of the
Looks like
series?
your revolution was a failure.
Just because you've
exactly.
destroyed Metal Gear doesn't mean I'm done fighting.
Fighting? What are you really after?
A world where warriors like us are honored as we once were, as we should be.
That was Big Boss's fantasy.
It was his dying wish. When he was young, during the Cold War, the world needed men like us. We were valued then. We were desired. But things are different now. With all the lies and hypocrites running the world, war isn't what it used to be. We're losing our place in a world that no longer needs us. A world that now spurns our very existence.
I thought that said sperms.
You know that as well as I do. After I launch this weapon and get our $1 billion, we'll be able to bring chaos and honor back to this world gone soft. Conflict will breed conflict. New hatreds will arise. Then we'll steadily expand our sphere of influence.
But as long as there are people, there will always be war.
But the problem is balance. Father knew what type of a balance was best.
Is that the only reason?
Steve, you gonna fix my TV?
Isn't it reason enough for warriors such as us?
I don't want that kind of world.
Ha! You lie. So why are you here then? Why do you continue to follow your orders while your superiors betray you? Why did you come here? Well, I'll tell you then.
See ya, moths.
You enjoy all the killing. That's why.
What?
Are you denying it?
No, I'm
Haven't
not
you
gonna
already
fix your
killed
TV.
most
It
of my
lasted, Chad.
comrades?
That was...
I watched your face when you did it. It was filled with the joy of battle.
You're wrong.
There's a killer inside you. You don't have to deny it. We were created to be that way.
Created?
Les enfants terribles. The terrible children. That's what the project was called. It started in the 1970s. Their plan was to artificially create the most powerful soldier possible. The person that they chose as the model was the man known then as the greatest living soldier in the world.
Big Boss.
But Father was wounded in combat and already in a coma when they brought him in. So they created us from his cells, with a combination of 20th century analog cloning and the super baby method.
Super baby method.
Super
They
baby
fertilized
method.
an
They
egg
could
with
have
one
made a
of
better
Father's
name than that.
cells, and then
True.
let it divide into 8 clone babies.
I don't know, man. I
Then
want
they
some super
transferred
babies.
The clones to someone's uterus and later
Baby geniuses
intentionally
too?
aborted 6 of the fetuses to encourage strong fetal growth. You and I were originally octuplets.
Octuplets?
Yes. The other 6 of our brothers were sacrificed to make us. We were accomplices in murder before the day we were even born.
Called it.
So it was you and I, 2 fertilized eggs with exactly the same DNA. But they weren't finished yet. They used me as a guinea pig to create a phenotype in which all of the dominant genes were expressed. To create you. I got all of the recessive genes. You took everything from me before I was even born. But you and I aren't his only children.
What?
The Genome Soldiers. They too are his progeny, carrying on his genetic legacy. But they're different. They're digital. With the completion of the Human Genome Project, the mysteries of humanity were laid bare. Thanks to Father's DNA,
Oh, them badass FMVs
There we
again.
go.
find more than 60 soldier genes
That's a
responsible
glitch I
for
forgot to mention to the
everything
guy
from
who
strategic
asked.
thinking to the proverbial killer instinct. Those soldier genes were transplanted into the members of the Next Generation Special Forces. That's how they became the Genome Soldiers. That's right. The Genome Soldiers that you've been killing are our brothers with the same genes as ours.
The Genome Soldiers?
That's right. They are our brothers, created artificially through the alignment of nucleotides to mimic our father's genes. They too are the product of numerous sacrifices.
Sacrifices?
Human experiments! 1991, the Gulf War. The military secretly injected soldiers with the soldier genes. The Gulf War syndrome that hundreds of thousands of returning soldiers complained about was a side effect of it.
Ha! Everyone knows that the Gulf War syndrome was caused by exposure to depleted uranium used in the anti-tank rounds.
That was just a cover story issued by the Pentagon. First they tried to say it was post-traumatic stress disorder, then chemical or biological weapons. The poison gas detection units and the anti-sarin injections, they were all just a cover-up of the secret genetic experiments.
So then, the so-called Gulf War babies that have been reported by Gulf War veterans are...
Yes, they too are our brothers and sisters.
So the Genome Soldiers mean that the experiments were a success?
Success? Don't be a fool. They're a complete failure. We are on the verge of extinction.
What?
Have you ever heard of the asymmetry theory? Nature tends to favor asymmetry. Those species which have gone extinct all show signs of symmetry. The Genome Soldiers suffer from the same problem. Signs of symmetry. So do I. As do you. That's right. We are all on the verge of death at the genetic level. We don't know when or what type of disease will occur. That's why we need the old man's genetic information.
You want Big Boss's DNA so you can save your family? It's very touching.
In nature, family members don't mate with each other, and yet they help each other to survive. Do you know why? It increases the chance that their genes will be passed on to a new generation. Altruism among blood relatives is a response to natural selection. It's called the selfish gene theory.
You're telling me that your genes are ordering you to save the Genome Soldiers?
You can't fight your genes. It's fate. All living things are born for the sole purpose of passing on their parents' genes. That's why I'll follow what my genes tell me. And then I'm going to go beyond. In order to break the curse of my heritage. And to do that, first, I will kill you.
Wants to save his family, but he's gonna kill Snake. That makes sense.
Look behind you.
Yeah, it's a great contradiction.
Is she alive?
I'm not sure. She was alive a few hours ago. Poor girl kept calling your name.
Meryl.
Stupid woman. Falling in love with a man who doesn't even have a name.
I have a name.
No! We have no past, no future, and even if we did, it wouldn't be truly ours. You and I are just copies of our father, Big Boss.
Let Meryl go.
As soon as we've finished our business, we're almost out of time.
You're talking about Fox Die.
No. It seems now that the Pentagon knows that Metal Gear is destroyed. They've arrived at a decision. They won't even need a BDA. If you want the details, why don't you ask your precious Colonel Campbell?
That asshole.
Colonel, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm listening.
What is the Pentagon trying to do? Colonel, answer me.
The Secretary of Defense has taken over active control of this operation. He's on his way there by AWACS.
What for?
To bomb the place.
What?
Not only that, B-2 bombers just lifted off from Galena Air Force Base. They're carrying B-6113 surface-piercing tactical nuclear bombs.
What? Metal Gear is destroyed. Tell the Secretary of Defense.
The Secretary of Defense heard that Naomi double-crossed us, and he's worried about Fox Die. Now that there's no more danger of a nuclear strike from Metal Gear, he's going to do whatever's necessary to cover up the truth of what really happened here.
He's going to drop a nuclear bomb to vaporize all the evidence along with anyone who knows anything.
Don't worry, Snake. I'll stop the nuclear strike.
How?
I may only be a figurehead here, but I'm still officially in command of this mission. If I issue an order to delay the strike, it'll confuse the chain of command and at least buy you some time. It'll give you a chance to escape.
But, Colonel, if you do that...
It's okay, Snake. The truth is, Foxhound was already the subject of an undercover investigation. Merrill was transferred to this base just before the terrorist attack as a way of manipulating me.
Those bastards.
I'm sorry. They forced me to cooperate in exchange for her life. You better get out of there, Snake.
Are you sure? It'll be bad for you.
Don't worry. It's the least I can do for you, after all the lies.
Colonel.
I'm ordering them to cancel the bombing run. After that, there's no turning back. What? What are you doing? What?
Snake!
Mei Ling, what happened to the Colonel?
I don't believe it.
What happened?
Snake, the Colonel!
Roy Campbell has been relieved of duty. This is the Secretary of Defense, Jim Houseman.
Put the Colonel back on.
He's been placed under arrest for leaking top-secret information and for the crime of high treason.
Ridiculous.
Yes, he's a ridiculous man. He truly believed that he was in command of this operation.
You bastard.
There won't be a speck of evidence left. I'm sure the President would want the same thing.
President ordered this?
President is a busy man. I have complete authority here.
How do you plan on explaining a nuclear attack on Alaska to the media?
Don't worry. We've prepared a convincing cover story. We'll simply say that the terrorists exploded a nuclear device.
Smart. You'll be murdering everyone here. The scientists, the Genome Army, everyone.
Donald, the DARPA chief, is already dead.
So, you didn't mean to kill the DARPA chief after all.
He was my friend.
And you could care less about what happens to everybody else, huh?
Well, if you give me the optic disc, I might consider saving them.
What are you talking about?
Metal Gear's test data. Donald was supposed to bring it back.
I don't have it.
I see. Oh well, that's okay. You two are an embarrassment from the 1970s. Our country's dirty little secret. You can't be allowed to live. Well, the bombs will be dropping soon, and you two have a lot of catching up to do. Farewell.
Fucking bureaucrats.
There's no way out for us.
You know, the sad thing is that's actually a pretty accurate depiction of most bureaucrats.
Yeah.
who are in that position deciding whether or not they're going to drop a bomb. It's just that they don't drop nuclear ones; they drop drone strikes instead these days.
Obama. Excuse me.
Yeah, that's
Gas
correct.
explosion, right?
Obama really expanded the drone strike program, and it hasn't really
Return to me what is
done
rightly
anything
mine.
except kill civilians. 90% drone death rate under his watch.
Final battle. Do you see this? It will be the time limit for our final battle. This nuclear module is set to detonate at the precise moment of her death. If you win, you might still be able to save her. You could enjoy one brief moment of love before the end. If you cross this line, you fall. At this height, it will kill even you.
Okay, I always manage to mess this up the first time, so I gotta focus.
Yeah, this is
How
tough.
about you?
Okay, here we go. Come here. gonna be especially interesting. Fuck. This is gonna be especially interesting because the left, like I've been saying the entire time we've been streaming this game, the left stick keeps messing up. Come on, big boy. So sick of your shit, complaining about your jeans. Just go to Old Navy or something. You don't have to stick with Calvin Klein your whole life. Shit.
Like, they should have just replaced jeans with instinct in a couple places in that speech, and it would make a lot more sense.
Yeah.
What's wrong, Snake?
What's wrong with me, dude? Why the hell do you have to put so much effort into how your hair looks? While threatening the... What the... God damn it. I can already tell where this is gonna go. Yeah, I gotta focus,
Nice
guys.
shot!
Thank you.
Better hurry.
No.
It's going to blow.
You blow. Come on, hit me. Let's go. Like, no, don't hit me. What are you talking about? Do your charge attack. I know you want it. Why did I just make the sounds that the fucking soldiers make? Ow!
Snake.
Didn't think he was gonna do it that early. Do it again. Do it again. Oh, I asked him to do it again, and he did it again. Shit. Yeah. It's been going good. Come on, charge me, Big Daddy. Let's go. Can I pull it out, guys? Can I pull it out? Oh.
You're out of time.
Yeah, I think it's gonna run out.
Are you playing on normal?
Yeah, I'm playing on normal.
Damn.
Yeah. Okay. The time was gonna run out anyways.
It's really close, yeah.
Yeah, without fail. Every single time I have ever played this game, I always fuck up the first
last
time.
when I did this.
Okay, this fucking left stick is pissing me off. Stand still, you fucking woman. Oh! How did I juke that one?
Nice.
What? What'd you say, Steve?
Just keep at him, be aggressive.
Yeah, like a Bloodborne boss.
But try to get the 3-hit combos, otherwise you're not utilizing your hits as well as you could.
So specific. Oh, he's doing his charge attack now. Fuck you, Liquid. Get off my Metal Gear. Oh. Come on, do it.
Honestly, it seems like knocking him off the edge is not to your advantage because it takes more time.
I know, it's just...
Yep.
I'm speaking to Liquid as if he's a real person.
Oh, no, just because of the fight design.
Something stuck in your ass there, Liquid? Look at the way he's walking. Nope. Okay, I'm doing much better. Yeah, should be fine. Ooh. You need Joe Rogan, like, commenting over this. It's so intense. Don't hit me. God. See how, like, how much I'm emoting while doing this fight? You guys should hear what I'm like when I'm playing Bloodborne, honestly. It's just...
I can imagine that
like...
game was rough for me in its places.
My friend Elisa, she likes to make fun of me. Like, we play that game in co-op sometimes. And she's like, the whole time I'm playing with you on, talking to you on Discord, it's like you're constipated. No, don't do it. Please, God. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Fuck you, Liquid.
Meryl.
She alive?
Meryl?
Come on, baby girl. Gotta have our love scene before the nukes fall.
Snake, is that you? Snake, oh, you're alive. Thank God.
Meryl. Meryl, are you okay?
Are you okay? Is that all you can say?
Meryl, it must have been terrible.
Oh, it wasn't that bad. I didn't give in to the torture.
Torture?
And things even worse than that. I was fighting too. Just like you.
You're a strong woman.
Fighting them made me feel closer to you. I felt like you were there with me. It gave me the strength to go on. But I was scared.
I'm sorry.
Don't say that. But it made me realize something. During all the pain and shame, there was one thing I was sure of. A single hope that I held on to. And that hope kept me alive.
That they would renew Firefly?
Snake, I wanted to see
Just go
you
watch
again.
Outlaw Star. It's a better show.
True.
That's my Kodak.
In comes Otacon with the cock block.
Snake, it's me.
Otacon, good news. Meryl's okay.
All right. You saved her, man. Good job.
I got some bad news, too. We're about to be bombed.
Oh, boy. I guess we're considered expendable.
Is there a way out of here?
A way out? Yeah. You can take the loading tunnel to the surface. There's a parking garage right next to you. The tunnel leads from there to the surface.
The door in front?
No. It's a small entrance to the west of that door.
How about the security?
I just unlocked it. Who do you think you're talking to? I'll take care of security along your escape route, too.
What are you going to do?
Me? I'll stay here.
Are you crazy?
I need a little more time to take care of your escape route.
But
unlocking the security doors is difficult work. Only I can do it.
Otacon.
Don't worry. I'm staying here. It's my own decision.
Otacon, this is a hardened shelter, but they're going to use a surface-piercing nuclear bomb. It won't hold.
I'm through regretting the past. Life isn't all about loss, you know. Snake, I'm a complete person now. I've found a reason to live.
Good. Don't die on me.
Same to you. Take care of Meryl, okay?
I will.
Okay, I gotta go. I promise I'll do something about your escape route.
Thanks.
Thanks? Well, that sounds nice.
I believe in you.
Thanks, Snake.
Love you, dog.
Let's get the hell out of here.
What about him? Where's Otacon?
He's...
Oh my god, she calls him Otacon in that line?
Yeah.
With his old self.
You don't remember
Fuck
that?
Me.
To be the man he wants to be.
He's fighting for us too?
Yeah.
It's funny
Hey.
because that's actually the Japanese pronunciation, but everyone always uses the English pronunciation for Otacon in every other instance in the game.
Fake gamer girl alert.
No, she's the real gamer girl. We're all the fakes, Max. That's how it works. She said it in Japanese pronunciation.
Yeah, but she doesn't know
Everyone
that.
Yeah, well, who knows? Maybe the voice director fucked up and wasn't thinking about it at the time.
She says Otacon in the Twin Snakes.
Yeah.
God, I'm such a nerd.
It's funny because everyone yells at me. This is like some minor... Well, I'll give it a second.
I must be heavy.
Looks like we're not gonna have a love scene after all.
Looks that way.
You don't want an AO rating.
Let's get out of here.
Snake, it's freezing outside. You need some clothes.
That's why I'm wearing only a tank top that exposes my upper body.
Hurry up.
Got all that muscle to keep her warm.
Well, that's why he's shirtless, because he's not enough without it.
Looking good, Snake.
Really? It's now the time when everything's crumbling around
Yes,
us?
you got that life jacket on, so that'll work. Or whatever that is, a vest.
That fucking life preserver that Marty McFly wears.
Ah.
Okay. So we got we're almost towards the end of the game, like less than half an hour, I think. Gotta make our
Yeah,
big
sounds
escape.
about right.
Alright.
Alright, 10 minutes to get out.
Put the rations and then fuck this dude up. Great. Here we go. Yeah, shoot me now, bitch.
Like, honestly, why would they
Wow.
be fighting him still? They're all gonna die. They should just be, like, having a beer or something.
Did you just see what that guard did? He shot his homie. Alright. Bro time. And,
Oh, boy.
Jesus.
Oh, wow, that's...
I chose the first person button to be
Just
up
screen
on
look
the
like
D-pad.
that too. It looks very weird to me watching the Discord right now.
Oh, this is gonna be so awkward.
It looks better on the YouTube stream.
Okay, Snake, let's go.
My first person button on my controller is up on the D-pad, and so I'm holding my controller and the thumbstick in a really weird way.
We're not out of the woods yet. Here they come.
Let's jump over here.
We'll never make it. Snake, clear a path.
I'm trying, bitch! Hold on. You can pull out a pistol and start shooting too, you know? Instead of just sitting there. Alright. Thank you. You know, you could have just drove through them, ran them over. Alright. And then there's just this last bit.
Not yet, Snake.
Hold it like this.
It's not over yet. Liquid.
Liquid, do you have Kevlar under your skin?
Nah, he's got graphene instead. It works better.
Come on. Sit up for Yeti. Come on, take a bullet to your fucking forehead. I know it won't kill you because you'll probably come back to life like that, but it'll make me happy for like 10 seconds.
Oh, this would make me sick.
It'll be over in like 45 seconds.
I think you're, oh, never mind. Yeah, just try to aim dead on. It'll be fine.
I got this, man. I've done this like 40 times.
I'm sure you have.
Come on, big boy. Your blonde hair. Why does everybody have such gorgeous hair in these games?
When it's made of pixels, it's so easy.
True. God, this is, yeah, it's kind of making me a little bit sick, too.
Someone said, no, never mind, it's a spoiler.
Hold still, you fucking racist. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna be fine. We got this. I usually have trouble in doing this part on the PS1 version because I don't know where to aim. It's a lot easier here. Alright, that's game, boys.
Alright.
No more gameplay sections, just cutscenes. That sky looks so bad.
Meryl, are you okay?
Yeah, just a little shook up.
Meryl, can you move?
It's no good. I can't move.
What happened to Liquid?
I can't see him either.
No body, no death.
Liquid's dead.
I guess we can just all go home and, pop the champagne and...
Snake!
Bro.
And he's all like, I got the recessive genes. You won't fucking die.
Snake!
Alright. Now cut off his head, just to be sure.
If he's dead, that means...
Don't say it, Snake.
I'm next.
What happened to the air raid? No stealth bombers in sight.
Snake, can you hear me?
Colonel.
Are you okay?
Colonel, what happened?
The Secretary of Defense has been arrested. Early retirement.
Arrested?
I was able to get into contact with the President. Metal Gear, the training exercise, all of it. It was all the Secretary of Defense acting alone.
Acting alone? What happened to the air raid and the nuclear strike?
The orders were rescinded. The F-117s and the B-2 Spirits have returned to the base. Once again, I have complete authority over this operation.
I see.
Washington isn't stupid enough to use nukes to cover up a few secrets.
I wonder about that.
In any case, the danger's over. Thanks, Snake.
Colonel, you can rest easy. Meryl's fine.
Really? Thanks. Thank you, Snake. Snake, I'm sorry. I kept a lot of things from you.
It's okay, Colonel.
Snake, I'm not a colonel.
Oh, that's right.
I've got a present for you. There's a snowmobile close to you. Mei Ling saw it on the satellite photos. This time of year, the glaciers are pretty calm. You should be able to ride right out of there. I'll bet the boys at the DIA and the NSA never expected you to come home alive.
Me neither. I better not show my face around here.
No danger of that. You two officially died after your Jeep sank into the ocean.
That's not too far from the truth.
Also, there's a helicopter waiting for you on Fox Island.
Dr. Hal Emmerich should be somewhere on the base. I want someone to bring him in.
I understand. Leave it to me.
Okay, Roy. Are you gonna be okay?
Don't worry. I've got an insurance policy. A hard copy of all Mei Ling's data. As long as I've got that, you, me, and Mei Ling will be fine.
The battery on these nanomachines will run out soon. They won't be able to follow us.
I guess we won't meet again.
Don't worry. I'll pay you a visit sometime.
Really? I look forward to that.
Roy, just tell me one thing.
What?
About Fox Die.
Meryl will be fine. She wasn't included in its programming.
What about me? It killed Liquid.
Naomi said that she wants to talk to you face to face about that.
How is she?
Don't worry. Mei Ling is with her right now. I'm switching over to Naomi.
Snake, it's me.
Naomi.
I heard about my brother.
I'm sorry. But he had one last message he wanted to say to you.
What?
He told me to tell you to forget about him and to go on with your own life.
Frankie said that?
Yeah. He also said he'll always love you. Naomi, your brother just saved you, me, and the whole world. He fought with every ounce of strength in his body.
Maybe. Maybe now he's finally found some peace. He wasn't really my brother anymore. Ever since he fought with you in Zanzibar, he's been like a ghost. A ghost looking for a place to die.
Naomi. Liquid died from Fox Die too. What about me? When am I gonna go?
That's up to you.
What do you mean?
Everybody dies when their time is up.
Yeah, so when's mine up?
It's up to you how you use the time left to you. Live, Snake. That's all I can say to you.
That's the damn question, woman. Shit.
Well, obviously the answer is no, or that I'm such a shitty geneticist I fucked it up and it's not going to kill you even though I wanted it to. One or the other. One or the other, I'm not sure which.
But that's not all there is to life. I finally realized that.
Oh, what's with that tunnel texture?
I told you before, the reason that I was interested in genes and DNA.
You know, another thing that they didn't really notice clearly during all that extensive testing they did.
Konami is to... Oh my god!
If I analyzed my DNA, I could find out who I was.
So Konami is decoding what Naomi is to genetics.
If I knew that,
Pretty
then
much.
I'd know what
They bought all their identification. Yes, I work at Konami. I'm Jim from the coding department. I've totally done user testing. Yep.
Just like with the genome soldiers, you can input all the
At a
genetic
certain point, if you
information,
see
but that doesn't make them
Konami
the
on someone's
strongest
resume, you just go
soldiers.
next applicant.
The most we can say about DNA is that it governs a person's potential strengths, potential destiny.
You mustn't allow yourself to be chained to fate, to be ruled by your genes. Humans can choose the type of life they want to live. Snake, whether or not you're in the Fox Die program isn't important. The important thing is that you choose life. And then live. Don't you think, Snake? Don't worry. I'm going to choose life too. Until today, I've always looked for a reason to live. But from here on, I'm going to just live. Genes exist to pass down our hopes and dreams for the future through our children. Living is a link to the future. That's how all life works. Loving each other, teaching each other. That's how we can change the world. I finally realized it. The true meaning of life. Thank you, Snake.
Look, I found this.
Let's keep it as a reminder.
Of what? A reminder of a successful mission? Or the first time we met?
A reminder of how to live.
Huh?
Until today, I've lived only for myself. Survival has been the only thing I cared about in my life.
That's not just you. That's how everyone is.
I only felt truly alive when I was staring death in the face. I don't know. Maybe it's written into my genes.
What about now? What do your genes say about your future now?
Maybe it's time I live for someone else.
Someone else?
Yeah. Someone like you. Maybe that's the real way to live.
So, where to, Snake?
David. My name's David.
Okay. So where to, Dave?
I think it's time we look for a new path in life.
A new path?
A new purpose.
Will we find it?
We'll find it. I know we'll find it.
What are those?
Caribou. To the Aleutians, the caribou is a symbol of life. It'll be spring here soon.
For us too.
Yeah. Spring brings new life to everything. time for hope. I've lived here a long time, but Alaska has never looked more beautiful. The sky, the sea, the caribou, and most
That
of all,
guy. Ugh.
you.
I think I'm gonna like this new life.
Come on. Let's enjoy life.
Until something else fucks it up.
Till MGS2. In the 1980s, there were more than 60,000 nuclear warheads in the world at all times. The total destructive... In January 1993, STAR 2 was signed, and the United States and Russia agreed to reduce the number of deployed strategic nuclear warheads to... What the... However, as of 1998, there still exists 26,000 nuclear warheads in the world.
Sped this up for this version. In both of the original versions, it wasn't that fast. It was slow enough to read. So
And probably bigger too.
Couple bits of trivia. So first off, you should probably know whenever you replay it. If you don't survive the torture, of course, Otacon's with you throughout the entire ending of the game. After Meryl fails to wake up, Otacon comes with you and basically takes her place for all those final sequences. In that case, when Snake says his name is Dave, Otacon says, "I'm Hal, Dave." And then Dave says, "That's right. Oh, we're Hal and Dave." And then they realize it's a 2001 Space Odyssey reference, and they make a crack about going to Jupiter.
Are you serious?
Totally
yes,
serious.
really. Look it up. Look it up. You can see the cutscene online. Because Kojima's a giant movie buff, obviously Snake was mostly inspired by Snake Plissken from Escape from New York. I think that was the first one. And also, as people have mentioned in the chat already, if Meryl dies, you get a slightly different final codec conversation where the Colonel actually lets Snake know that Meryl was actually his daughter because he's a real fucking bastard. And he had sex with his brother's wife, and she was actually his kid. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. Which goes with the theme, so that's why that was there. Wow, is there anything else in particular? Oh, right. So, it was a total coincidence, of course, that David Hayter was the voice actor who played Snake. Obviously, that bit about 2001 was already in the script when Kojima wrote it. And, he says David in this one, but when he's talking to Hal, he says Dave instead. Because Hal and Dave from 2001. Yeah, am I thinking, is there anything else I'm missing?
I didn't know this, but is it true? Like, maybe you knew this, but who's the guy that just said it in the chat? 1 second. Wait, hold on. Game Guy Z says Snake's face was also based off Christopher Walken?
I'm not sure about that. That's a new one. Because he barely has a face in this game, to be fair, except for the codec calls, obviously. I forget who was the model and what they based it off of for that. They could have picked any number of movie references because Kojima picks movie references for fucking everything, so...
Can you imagine if Chris Walken did the voice of Snake?
That'd be so random.
No.
How his meter is when he speaks.
Otacon, I got these nanomachines, and I smoke cigarettes all day, and it doesn't do anything to my lungs. Isn't technology great? It's crazy.
They should do a joke version of the game.
Should do a mod.
And let me think. So the good news is that number of nukes has decreased. For one of my videos I checked, it's at about 18,500 now, so it's on the way down. God, what else?
That's good.
Yeah.
Just a quick question, I guess. Do they ever elaborate more on what specifically Foxdie was targeting in the genome?
No, because
They
that's
don't.
kind of what Kojima was going for here. The themes fill in the details that they're not explicitly stated. which is,
Okay.
you know, a thing he does until he gets pissed off at his fans for not paying attention to that part, and then he makes Metal Gear Solid 4. But you'll get to that. You'll get to that later. Suffice it to say, Kojima's already retconning stuff in this game, in a way. For example, Snake's line about how Big Boss told him he was his father, you know, in Super Buddy Hop's video, he plays that clip and then he immediately says, no, he didn't. Because he didn't in Metal Gear 2. That was just something they added to this game to tie more in the theme and to say, you know, even though it was never explained into the game when Snake literally kills Big Boss, that, by the way, Big Boss was his dad. So they basically did that for this game. And I think it was totally fine. It's one of those small,
Was
tiny
it like a
retcons.
translation difference where the concept of the quote-unquote father was similar to a word in Japanese?
No. It was literally not in the original
was
script.
literally-
You can play the
gotcha.
official translation, which would have included that if that was true, and it's not there. But that's just showing that Kojima's I messed up the word. His predisposition to have retcons in his work is there for sure. And that's basically his attitude towards them.
I think we forgot the most important of all the retcons, though. You
Which
notice how, Patrick, you notice how Naomi and Mei Ling have accents in this game?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, come Metal Gear Solid 4, no accents. None.
Yep.
Nada.
Yeah,
They could have just been living in the States so long they lost it.
No,
yeah, but
see,
at this point, man, like, come on.
See,
they should have already lost it by now.
Unfortunately, the canonical version of this story is the Twin Snakes, and in the Twin Snakes, they lose their accents.
It's just the voice act. Is it the same voice actors or different ones?
Yeah,
Same
same
ones,
voice
yeah.
Mustn't allow yourself to be chained to fate, to be ruled by your genes. Humans can choose the type of life they want to live. The important thing is that you choose life, and then live.
There's this
I
important
did hear
part.
that Jean-Claude Van Damme thing. Someone in the chat said it was partially based off Jean-Claude Van Damme. I have heard that before.
Yes,
We got this part, yeah.
the entire unit was wiped out. Those two are still alive. The Vector? Yes, sir. Fox Die should become activated soon. Right on schedule. Yes, sir. I recovered all of Rex's dummy warhead data. No, sir. My cover is intact. Nobody knows who I really am. Yes, the DARPA chief knew my identity, but he's been disposed of. Yes, the inferior one was the winner after all. That's right. Until the very end, Liquid thought he was the inferior one. Yes, sir, I agree completely. It takes a well-balanced individual such as yourself to rule the world. No, sir. No one knows that you were the third one, Solidus. What should I do about the woman? Yes, sir. I'll keep her under surveillance. Yes. Thank you.
Oh my god. Just do that.
Mr. President.
Okay.
No gasp? Oh, I was waiting for the gasp there, Max. You must have gotten over your problem real fast.
I hadn't.
That was the best gasp moment, actually, in my opinion. Was the freaking president, bro.
Yeah.
So was there only 5 that were aborted then? Is what they're saying?
That whole story could be entirely fucking made up. For all we know, it's never referenced again. But obviously, yes. So we know there are now at least 3 that are alive. That's all we know.
Okay. And they never
sure.
speak about that one again.
It never comes up again. The super baby method crap. That was for here. I mean, in my thematic analysis, I cover why it was here, but it's never brought up again. So we're never explicitly told. Any good writer knows you don't want to tell people things if you're going to change them later. And Kojima tends to stick to that, but he just shits all over that later when he just retcons the crap out of all kinds of stuff, just willy-nilly. But, you know.
It feels like it's a plot thread he left in here just in case he wanted to pull on it later, but never chose to do so.
Somewhat, but the reason it's there is, again, I explained it in my video. It's to do with it's the theme about the cursed genes, and it was an anecdote to basically express a kind of original sin concept for the snakes. That you like the speech that Vulcan Raven says is basically them reinforcing it. Liquid calls the genes cursed, and Raven says they're both from another world, a world that I do not wish to know. And then, of course, he goes on that small speech about how they're part of an endless cycle of violence, and we have the Secretary of Defense refer to them as a dirty little secret and an embarrassment. Just kind of to go with this whole them being the tools of war, part of a cursed legacy, the evil genes, and blah blah blah. Big Boss was bad. War is bad. You get the idea.
Yeah.
But it's a great manifestation of that. I shouldn't be totally flippant like that.
Yeah, we're just you and I really used to it. We played through these games in total collectively like 100 times. Hey, Alex.
Well, you got me beat more than that. I'm only at like 30 tops. Maybe 35.
Yeah, Patrick.
I'm just thinking like a quote that comes to mind during that whole concept of the war rhetoric is that in order to be truly crap, the word just left my head. Oh, I hate when that does that. Get back to me. It'll come back.
Okay. Well, we're gonna end it in a couple minutes, but I just had a couple questions that I wanted to ask you, Patrick, before we finished. First of all, what'd you think the whole game?
Oh, honestly, I loved it. I'd love to sit down and go through it myself. I have a notepad right next to me full of stuff I've been writing down as we went.
Mm.
And I think I brought it for most of it as we went through it. But I'm looking forward to looking through your videos, Steve, pretty
Oh,
much as soon
cool.
as we log off the stream. But
Oh, sweet.
yeah, the thought did come back to me. The quote was basically, in order to be a true pacifist, one must be capable of great violence. Because if you're not capable of it, then you can't be truly pacifist.
There's a quote. It's interesting you say that because there's a quote that I'm sure we all know goes like, "The meek shall inherit the earth." Well, apparently, the word "meek" is sort of a mistranslation when you're translating the origin of that quote into English, because it sort of sounds like "the weak shall inherit the earth," but apparently in the original language that came from, "meek" translates to those who have swords but choose to keep them sheathed. Or no, those who know how to use their swords but choose to keep them sheathed.
Okay. Well, that's makes that quote slightly much better.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But that's something that with especially with Solid at the end there, was going through my head.
And then second of all, I wanted to ask, did you ever watch my or Steve's most profound moment in gaming?
I did not want to watch it until I experienced the game. That's kind of a rule for me, is I don't watch things until I know what's going on.
Okay, good. Because I was gonna say, if you guys want to go through Metal Gear Solid 2 another day, don't do that, because the most profound moment is the ending of that game, and it will blow your mind.
Of this game?
Hmm?
Of this game?
No, the most profound moment
next game.
Metal Gear Solid 2.
No, 2. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I'd say, Steve, just let me know which ones are good to watch right now and which ones are not good.
Just the 3 on the themes of Metal Gear Solid 1. I'm fairly confident I don't spoil anything from the other games.
Okay.
Yeah, I can rewatch them just to double check, but
they're really good.
My gut tells me you could watch my ones on Metal Gear Solid 1, probably be fine. So.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, there's definitely a lot to think about, though. I'm going to be mulling over it. I'll probably watch a few Let's Plays as well. Because that's honestly kind of what I do at work, is I just pop on my headphones and listen to Let's Plays.
God, I wish I had that job. But no, they got me, this new job, they got me fucking designing a website myself from scratch.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh, it's great, yeah. Well, it'll be something good to put on my resume when I'm done, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I
the
used
only
to
real hole
help
in my resume is I didn't have any web design stuff on it. Well, I'm sorry, my GitHub.
Gotcha. Yeah, I used to help design custom software for my former company, and it's definitely an interesting experience.
So, Rio Sigma CG says one of the best videos on YouTube. Are you talking about the most profound? Well, in regards to Steve's version of it, that's my all-time favorite YouTube video, and I think in regards to my channel, it probably is one of the more. It's the video that everybody cites when they say, "Hey, I came across your channel. I really enjoy your videos." So that does it for this particular stream, guys. Hopefully, we'll get around to doing a stream of Metal Gear Solid 2 sooner rather than later. I want to thank, of course, Patrick of Gaming University for joining us on the stream and allowing us to introduce him to Metal Gear Solid for the first time. Where can people find you online, Patrick?
You can get a hold of me. Best place, honestly, is either jumping in my Discord or Twitter. I think it's at Gaming University 6, no Y at the end. It's SI 6. You can just message me there. That's perfectly fine. I think I got a Facebook page. I don't really use it too much either, though. So yeah, definitely Twitter would be the easiest place.
And also, I have a link to his YouTube channel in the description box below. And also, LogosSteve, if you want to tell people where they can find you online?
Yeah, my Twitter's at LogosSteve, and that's same as my name on YouTube. You can find my stuff there.
Awesome. And guys, just so you know, just in case you didn't tune into the earlier part of this stream, I will have hopefully a video on Crash Bandicoot 4 out on Tuesday. It'll be a review, and then I hope to have a video on Bloodborne soon after that. And then, of course, as Elda pointed out in regards to my Genes and Memes videos for MGS1 and MGS2, I do hope to have my scene video for Metal Gear Solid 3 out after the Bloodborne video. Thank you so much for everybody, to everybody who tuned in on this Saturday to watch me play Metal Gear Solid 1 and listen to us commentate over it. And until next time, whenever that may be, just remember, as always, stay yellow.